Kind to you all. I'm Kinsmark.
I'm Violeta.
And this is Chapter 1, perhaps, of a stream series, potentially, for Mobius Final Fantasy. I can't actually say I know much about this, because I actually saw it appear on the free-to-play market of Steam a few weeks ago. And I checked around about it, and apparently it started as a mobile game, and claims to take cues and include content from multiple Final Fantasy games, and I've actually enjoyed a few of the mobile games in the Final Fantasy series, specifically Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I adore that game. I also tried out All the Bravest, and it's alright. I prefer Record Keeper, though. Because this one is apparently far more intense visually, I decided instead of allowing it to occupy an immense amount of hard drive space on my phone. Is that what you call the memory on a phone? Is that a hard drive? I mean, it's a little one. Anyway,
sort of one.
I'm still new to this whole smartphone thing, so I figured it was probably more suited to exploring in a PC format, and this way I can actually explore it on stream, because I'm curious about it, and I am on one hell of a Final Fantasy kick lately. I haven't covered any on the channel, because I don't have any in a format, or rather in a media, that I can capture all that easily. I think the only one that we could do that with is maybe Type 0 and any of the ones that appear on PS3. Although, currently we don't have our Elgato set up to even do that. So, yeah, because I felt like doing something along the lines of Final Fantasy, and I'm still at the point where, funding-wise, I can't quite acquire the next stream series games, so I can't claim straight away that I'll conduct a, continual series for this. Maybe this is a one-shot. That's the reason for my introducing it even, as a sort of a potential first chapter. Maybe. We'll see. So anyway, this is the compelling main menu, complete with that charming Final Fantasy theme song.
Do you want me to...
Yeah, I gotta catch up on chat.
Lady Nocturne is here, says once again first. Pyro is here, says heyo. Shield says hiya. And they have made it to their hotel and check-in.
Ah, good times.
Marcus says howdy.
Cheers, matey.
Pyro says solid state drives what you're thinking of, Ken.
Is that what's in an iPhone? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know. Phone hardware is not something I know much about.
Put this someplace you can reach it for
Okay.
me, because I can't reach it from here.
Alright, hang on.
Apple juice. So delicious.
Alright, so maybe I'll actually get some music and a title splash if I click new game. Enter name. Enter your character's name. I am Kinsmark. Okay. At least these menu chirps sound very Final Fantasy. Confirmation, skip tutorials. No, I need to know how to play the game. So, cancel that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Alright, let's see here. Menu settings. Select position of menus, right aligned or left aligned. What do you mean? Oh, is it does it appear over here or
over there? Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually thinking left. Yeah. Alright. Confirm down. Really? Confirm download for a game that I already downloaded through Steam. Alright, I mean, it's only a few megabytes, so, sure, download. Do the thing. Is this just a launcher? Is this not actually the game? I don't know. Apologies if connection starts to suffer because of this.
He says, I can't imagine the nightmare of having a regular HDD in my phone. That would be kind of slow then, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, because it would have, the whole, giant disc casing and everything.
Yeah. Shield says, Sims 4 current house is almost done. Just need to do the landscaping and finish up the deck and patio. Nice.
Good times.
And yeah, we are. Look at that. Updating.
I apologize.
Downloading prologue data
I could have sworn I had downloaded the entire game. Jeez, I can talk. Oh, hey.
Do you know who you are?
I think so.
Do you know how it is you have come to be here?
I mean,
do you know what you
when
love?
a man loves a woman very much.
What you despise? Whom you love? Whom you hate? Do the answers to these questions well up within you?
Uh-huh. Clearly taking cues from the more pretentious Final Fantasy intros of late.
That means you are strong in heart and spirit.
I appreciate that.
But who you are and who you were mean nothing here.
I can redefine myself then. Cool.
Your past is no more than a light long faded.
I like my outfit.
Whatever it might be that you think you lost. No. Whatever it might be that you think you had.
I could swear I've heard that voice.
Is very little indeed. But forgive me, I ramble. What I endeavor to say is this. The world in which you will soon find yourself will greet you, all of you, as equals.
What?
But any equality begins and ends there. Know that the light of hope shines not on those who walk with their heads hung low. Look now, there. Do you see it? Palamecia, a world of hope unbound.
Looks kind of terrifying.
Looks apocalyptic, my man.
You may call me Fox.
I don't
will
like
be
you.
your guide in this place, and I do hope a most dear companion.
I think that remains to be seen.
Are all these like lights various people?
I think it's implying that all of these are different players. And that
Also,
the character I play as is just one of many.
I can't decide if he was supposed to sound like comforting or is that?
Wait, hold up. That is the
That's
U.S.
the U.S.
That's another continent that's just made up to the south of it. That is the straight up U.S. over there,
saw
though.
Texas.
Yeah. That, I don't know what that is over. Wait, no. That is a photoshopped Africa with New Zealand stapled onto the side of
And a
it.
weird
The
red-
hell?
What?
Alright. Color me intrigued at this mismatch of a planet.
And there's a weird red storm thing up at the top.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I-
Alright.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I can't tell if he was supposed to sound comforting or
Misty-
sinister.
Yeah, Misty goes, and there's Japan off the side of Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Misty goes, what is this intro? I can't quite take it seriously.
I can't either.
I mean, look at
There's a
this.
friggin' red storm over there, straight up Jupiter style.
Look, there's
Also
India. That's India.
Yeah, that is straight up India, just hacked off of the lower
With
coast
some
of
weird
Asia.
purple shenanigans up there. That is the U.S.
Actually, that's like Europe with a weirdly stretched out, like, nose horn looking thing. Wow, whoever photoshopped this texture didn't do a great job, because one, it's easily identifiable that they just chopped things up, and two, there's like embossing along the edges of the continent textures that make it almost look like they're like engraved onto a cue ball or something.
Yeah. Grendel is here.
Oh man, this is so strange. Cheers, Grendel, good to see you. So,
Lady Nocturne also says Psychonauts is free on Humble Bundle.
Oh.
By the way, just so you guys know.
cool. I've actually never played that one. I've heard it's really good though, so thank you for that. I'll pick that up here in a little while.
Misty says this planet is crazy. That's what I thought. Marcus says this game world is like that weird world map Noah linked a few days ago where we were messing with Photoshop. And Pyro says Noah's at it again with the cartography.
Oh yeah, this seems like one of his
Pyro
creations.
says Japan is part of Canada, it seems.
Yeah. This is so strange.
That's a prediction, Pyro. We will conquer Japan, mark my words.
So-
Look at this, though. Like, it's not
I-
that hard to draw your own map, guys.
I clarify again. I haven't ever played this. I checked only around about cursory information about it, just the sort of game it is. And even then, I couldn't find all that many clear answers.
I don't know what this is except that it has Final Fantasy
Yeah.
and it's Square-Enix.
I've seen a
made
few
it.
screenshots of the character I think I'm playing as, the dude in the white hair, that,
With the weirdly pixelated tattoos
like
that they
in-
got close-ups of for some inexplicable reason.
yeah, and they looked really, like, pixelated.
That's what I said.
I've seen him in a few different like outfits, some of which seem like they're inspired from other Final Fantasy games. Like I've seen him in like Cloud's soldier armor. I think they just added like a lightning event.
Yeah, there's like weird purple storms too.
And one of the more common outfits I've seen him in makes it seem like Mobius Strip is a little on the nose because he's sort of in like male stripper outfit sort of looking things. So I'll just have to sit here and fill the air as this painstakingly downloads.
Grendel says, my old world building strategy was splatter a cup of coffee on paper and trace it to make land masses.
That's actually not a terrible idea, considering...
Misty goes clever.
Well, that's, it's using, essentially, the way that water forms around continents in reverse that way. Because what defines the edges...
I just doodled weird, just strange shapes and just plopped them where they looked like they would fit. That was my old...
Hold on. Tap to disable prologue demo. Save battery. Oof. Oh, the port from mobile to PC didn't get very much attention, did it? Because even the UI still carries that mobile legacy. Alright. This is not Nobuo Uematsu.
Says, did you guys know I live stream?
Hey. Congratulations, Mate. This almost sounds like Game of Thrones music.
It reminds me of Game of Thrones mixed with Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Because this is not Nobuo Uematsu.
No.
This is very much not his style.
Shield says, when I was in 7th grade, we had to hand draw every one of the countries and continents we were studying.
Oh, jeez.
Also, the teacher drew one on the blackboard, and we had to give the capitals of major rivers or bodies of water.
That's pretty intense. I encourage that sort of thing, though, because, man, people really need to learn geography. Whew. That close-up on that super pixelated tree. Ugh, didn't do him any favors. Like, again, I acknowledge, this started as a mobile game, so clearly this, like, on a phone, this would look amazing!
Yeah.
It's just getting ported to
On
PC.
our giant screen, it looks really bad.
Could they maybe have included, like, an HD texture replacer for PC users, since this is now a PC game, even though it started as a mobile? Because, like, obviously that's a matte painting in the far distance there. This right here, though, like, let's just zoom really uncomfortably close in.
Well, like the pixelated tattoos.
Yeah, on this, like, muddy tree texture.
Let's see, Marcus says, wonder if this is going to be like that terrible mobile port game you made the first 15 about some time ago. The sniper game.
Oh, God. I expect at least a little more than that from Square-Enix.
We'll see.
Not much more, at least a little, though.
Nocturne says, my biggest goal in this was pulling a Dark Knight to play as. Never happened. I got a Paladin instead.
Oh, so do you, like, pull cards for classes or something? Because, again, I haven't ever played this. I have no idea even how it really functions.
We don't even know what it is. Grendel says, just pretend this game was released in 2006. Shield says, in front of the class and the teacher called it the Gong Show, and if you got one wrong, then the teacher would hit an empty trash can. Wow.
That's kind of fun, actually. So, because apparently I need to fill some airtime about the other Final Fantasy mobile game that I play the hell out of daily and enjoy the ever-loving shit out of. Final Fantasy Record Keeper. If you enjoy Final Fantasy games, play it! It's so good! So good!
You will not learn anything about Final Fantasy games.
No, because the set dressing for Record Keeper is that it's set in, like, an overworld sort of thing in which all of the stories of the individual Final Fantasy games are contained in these, like, painting records. And, oh no, the paintings are going dark! You have to return to the time and the place that these paintings are portals to relive the events and restore history. It's like, okay, alright, fine.
That sort of thing.
And the whole thing, though, is...
Misty goes downloads Record Keeper post-haste.
It's made,
awesome.
The whole
Also,
thing is stylized in a really cool...
You can get Reno.
Yeah.
Just for you, Misty. I'm gonna let you know you can get Reno. Unfortunately, not Genesis yet.
Not Genesis yet. However, Elena and Rude are coming in an event soon.
And you can get Angel, Sephi.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting ahead of me here. Hang on.
I'm just for her.
I'll get to that. So, all of the everything, essentially. The characters, the environments, the menus, everything are all done up in a charming pixel art style reminiscent of like the first few Final Fantasy games.
It's adorable.
It's really cool, especially to see some of the newer characters and settings and the monsters that you fight and stuff like that rendered down into that simplified style. It just looks so damn cool, and there's a lot of game there. Like, if I have any complaint about Record Keeper, is that it's almost too deep. There are so many subsystems and interacting things. You know, you can improve your abilities, you can create new abilities, you can hone your weapons, and pretty much everything in that game is semi-randomized as far as what you get. Like, there are certain story elements that you can do to unlock certain characters, because you can recruit characters from pretty much every entry in the Final Fantasy series, including some of the spin-offs. The main party from every one of the numbered entries is in the game. The antagonists from the games are also in there as well. They're also starting to add some of the, like, sub-antagonists. Like Rubicant was just added. And they're also slowly starting to add now, through events that happen about weekly, the characters from Type 0 and FF15. I am seriously looking forward to the next Type 0 event, because I adore those characters and the music that comes with them. Because all of the music in that game...
It's all remixed stuff from
it isn't all remixed. Most of it actually isn't. A few of the more high-profile songs are, though. Like, they have their own version of Battle at the Big Bridge, their own version of the Genova fight, their own version of the Esper fight.
They're all technically remixed because they're arranged. All of them are Record Keeper specific arrangements, so they loop well.
Yeah.
But there are some.
There are some that are more like
very
remixes.
Remixed
for instance, our favorites from that entire thing.
Which you have to look it up on YouTube.
Yeah,
They don't have it.
Yeah, go find it on YouTube. Look up the Final Fantasy Record Keeper version of the Final Fantasy Type 0 theme. Yeah, the song is called Beginning of the End. It's really good.
Can I catch up?
Yeah.
Because we went for a while, and there's a lot of people in chat right now. Let's see.
Gee, this sure is interesting to look at.
Grendel says about the teacher who did the Gong game. It reminds me of my elementary school music teacher, except he'd hit you on the back of the head with a drumstick. Lady Nocturne asks, how about Brave Exvius?
I haven't tried that one yet. I have it downloaded. I haven't played it, though. Oof, that's a rough texture.
Says, also, my oldest had the same English teacher I did in school.
Wow. Jeez.
Lady says, Genesis, the gift of the goddess. That's all he used to talk about.
Yeah.
Miss Tigo's Genesis didn't get enough love, in my opinion.
One might say he was loveless.
Wow. Shield says, might have a backstory or two done for XCOM.
Cool.
Lady says, I played Realm Reborn, and all my characters were named after Aerith Gainsborough. But I don't like her. I'm not going to go into why. Just... I don't hate her, but I don't like her either. I used to hate her, though. I used to straight up hate on her. And I can never remember. Is it actually Aerith, or is it Eris? Does anybody know?
Nobody can agree. Because it was originally... Like, it was a phonetic translation.
Yeah.
So they translated it with an S, even though, according to the actual Japanese developers, they had intended for more of the TH sound.
Yeah.
However, the official version that made it into the game is with an S. So that is the official name.
Gotcha.
It just wasn't the intended name.
Right.
And so now they're actually starting to spell it with the TH in some of the, like, I think they did it in some of the Kingdom Hearts games.
Oh, gotcha.
So, like, now there's conflicting source material.
Misty says, oh my god, Kin. Loveless. Yes. You made her very happy. Misty says, speaking of Final Fantasy stuff, I keep seeing more mobile ads for a FF15 game that's like Age of Empires or something.
Yeah.
What is all that about? It's not good. Don't bother with it.
Yeah, don't even waste your time on that, because it's just
not
another.
Done by square-enix themselves. It's
not Square-Enix. They contracted another development studio to do it, and it's just like all the. What is it? Like the dumbass, like the war games that Arnold Schwarzenegger always does the ads for on TV. It's just generic.
With a skin.
Compound construction, tower defense, semi-strategy game with a Final Fantasy 15 skin. That's all it is. Which is a shame, because even though it got mixed reviews, I do feel like 15 deserves more than that. It's just not what it's getting.
Yeah, Shield says, also, my music teacher in elementary was teaching choir at the high school when all my siblings and oldest were students. Lady says, I remember playing Crisis Core. I cried at the end.
Oh, yes. Crisis Core.
Yeah. And Miss T goes, me too, lady. I cry every time.
I forget the name of it now. I used to really enjoy...
a theme.
Yeah.
There was a song. And
one of the
every time
songs...
killed me.
Oh,
every
man.
time. I love it, though.
It's so good.
Like,
Crisis Core...
I can't listen to it without wanting to cry.
I have mixed feelings about Crisis Core because I feel like it was mechanically clunky, and yet I feel like it had one of the most emotionally impactful stories of any Final Fantasy game in the entire series history. The sound design was amazing, and the cutscenes were awesome. I mean, it's Square-Enix, top notch.
Doing the Square-Enix thing.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, it was a shame that a lot of people couldn't stand playing it because of the clunky, weird combat system.
We own it, but we haven't actually fully played it because we did lend it to Miss T, I think, and she played it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she's finished it.
She did. Because I remember being in the room when she just started bawling, like just suddenly crying, and I'm like, uh-oh. I know what happened there. Let's see. Empire says the only Final Fantasy I played was the MMO one. There's two, actually.
Yeah, there's FF11 was their first MMO, and then most recently there's 14. 11 was actually the first MMO I really got into, and I still miss it to this day. It's just, it's still up. The servers are still online. It's just still a subscription system, and I can't afford to do that.
Let's see. Marcus says, man, this game takes forever to load. This isn't loading. It's downloading.
Yeah, this is...
Even though we downloaded it on Steam, apparently that wasn't really fully downloaded.
Yeah. So that's a problem.
Grendel says, I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I have absolutely no idea what any of you are talking about. I'll have to make a point of researching so I'm not left out of the nerdy discussions.
They're very good. They're very JRPG, so if you don't enjoy the tropes that come along with that territory, it's maybe not a series for you. The ones that are a little more serious, I think, are FF4, 7 to a certain extent, although 7 definitely has its goofy moments. Tactics, definitely. Final Fantasy Tactics is a very serious story that's just set in a fantasy universe. Yeah, Final Fantasy Type 0.
Type 0 is supposed to be... I mean, it deals with some...
Yeah, from what I've read, it's essentially a pretty dramatic account of what a war in a fantasy universe with semi-modern levels of technology would probably go down
Not
like.
To mention with the kind of child soldier idea
Yeah, it definitely tackles the concept of child soldiers in a fantasy universe, which is also interesting.
Miss T goes, I bawled for at least 5 minutes when I finished playing it at y'all's house, Canton Vi, so I'm pretty sure you remember that.
Oh god, Crisis Core.
Yeah.
It just stabs me in the heart in such a good way.
Yeah.
Also, another of the...
more serious?
Well, not necessarily the more serious ones. The sort of spin-off games that combine characters from a lot of Final Fantasy games. Dissidia for the PSP.
And Dissidia Duodecim.
Duodecim, yeah, is I think the more robust of them, and they're coming out with the third.
Duodecim.
And the more I learn about this upcoming third Dissidia, the more I'm starting to warm up to it.
Okay.
Because the character roster...
We really like Duodecim.
Oh, yes.
Also, can you guys actually hear me?
Yeah, because this game is fairly loud. I can turn it down if you guys need.
I know I have to project my voice because the mic is way away from me.
Aim the mic at you.
But let me know if you can actually hear me at all well.
Yeah.
Because we might just have to...
Yeah, I can turn this down if necessary. This looks really cool. I don't know what it is, though.
She looks
I assume
cool.
that's Cosmos, because she's always the...
Duodecim.
Yeah. And they're starting to incorporate...
Duodecim made me like characters I never liked before.
Yeah, because like characters like Zidane and like Vaughn from 12.
Yeah.
And also
says,
Titus.
I can hear you fine, Vi, but Miss T can barely hear me.
Okay. Well, here, I'll turn down the volume a little.
The music is kind of loud.
Reduce the volume. We'll take that down to like 9ish. Hopefully that's
enough.
Good. Because I do still want to hear any like dialogue that comes
Grendel
up.
says, you need to shout louder, Vi. And that was all in caps. Shield says it's hit or miss with me.
Okay.
Okay, so we turned it down a little bit. Hopefully this will help. I'll try to keep elevating my voice.
Yeah.
Which is already hurting. because I have really bad allergies, so the back of my throat's been
yeah.
kind of sore.
So anyway,
Marcus says shout like the Dragonborn. I could, but then I might break our setup, and that would be just terrible.
yeah, I mean, she is a Nord after all. Let's not tempt
I don't
fate.
want to risk, shoving the entire desk into the other wall or
Since
anything like that.
her family actually can trace their lineage to ancient Viking kings. Who knows? Maybe there's a little of the line of Tiber Septim in there. You never know.
We don't know, man.
Maybe she's a straight-up Dragonborn. So anyway,
Hey,
about
you never know. You never know.
Dissidia, each of them really they're fighting games that
they're like
one can
they're
play.
Kind of like SoCal.
Yeah, they're a
little
little.
bit.
They're much more mobile. They're very like almost DBZ-esque in their combat. However, they incorporate characters that are like there's one or two heroes and then a villain from each of the numbered entries in the series, and I adore those games. They're so much fun.
Oh, Grendel just did. Oh, you have to do it with the voice.
Dovahkiin. Well
glorious.
played, sir.
You say it was terrible, but I loved it,
Well
so
played.
it's all good. Shield says hot tea with honey and lemon will help with that, and Miss Tea looks like seconds that. I would do that, but I'm too lazy to make myself hot tea.
You know, I've had the name
Ashamed.
Kingsmark on this channel for months now, if not a year at this point. How long have I had that? And I've never thought of the Dovahkiin thing.
And look, Vi is in there too now.
Yeah, it is. Dovahkiin. I didn't even catch that the first time.
That's because I'm Vi, and
Yeah.
I'm potentially Nord.
Yeah.
Or maybe I am Dragonborn, who the heck knows?
Yeah, man. I don't know if I'm an Imperial or a Breton.
Or
I don't know.
you're something.
Well, then again, since the Imperials do have the voice of the Emperor racial ability, maybe that's what I am, an Imperial, because everybody keeps telling me I got a cool voice. So, sure, I'll just own that.
Okay, so you're an Imperial, and
Yeah.
now I'm a Nord. Miss T says, do I need to go over there and make you some tea? I wouldn't say no if you did, but you don't have to.
Almost there. 15% left. Ah!
I would not say no to the tea. I will put it like that. Grendel says, you're definitely Bretonkin. Sorry. But that just makes you a good maid.
That's true, and I actually do prefer playing as them in the games because I like playing like Spellblade type characters. This is pretty. The ground is weirdly melty. Is that
I think
like?
this might be the place with that red.
Is this like
Because that looks like
glass?
melted,
Like
yeah, it
volcanic?
looks like obsidian.
Yeah.
Like really weird obsidian. What
Alright.
is with the weird streakies? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like
That's-
Aurora. That almost seems like a cracked dome overhead. What the hell? Oh well.
Okay,
Anyway,
maybe that's just
that's armor on the ground.
like the streaks that we see on the outside planet part.
That's a dead guy over there.
Let's see. Marcus says you've been Kinsmark since the spring of 2015.
Wow.
I remember
so,
that because I was in the army at the time.
Holy hell, that's more than a couple of years now. That's like a couple and a half. Jeez.
I don't know what is that? That doesn't
mean,
look healthy. That looks like something
this-
terrible is about to happen.
This is a field of war, I can only assume.
Is that like, did somebody cast Meteor?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe somebody cast, like, Ultima or something, and they just glassed this whole field, and that's why there are dead guys all around and armor laying on the ground. That's dark if that's true.
I feel like that might be what happened.
Because, yeah, even if you look at the roots of the tree, it almost looks like it's getting pried up and outward from the center of the area.
And look, there's weird purple.
Yeah,
powdery
oh wow.
stuff.
So somebody cast a super powerful spell right here, wherever this is, and it killed a bunch of people.
That's
So,
dark. Great.
wow, alright. So anyway, one last...
Misty says headcanon accepted, Ken.
uh,
Let's see. Harry says no idea what I would be in Elder Scrolls. Probably one of those shitty Nords that can barely do anything. She
Milk
says, I
drinker.
didn't realize that Kinsmark was Mr. Black until about 3 or 4 streams into Fallout 4 that I started watching. And Pyro goes, wait, what? He's been Kinsmark since 2015? Where is like 2 years gone?
I wasn't even sure it was a year yet. It's like more than one.
Well, we've
God,
been
time
married
flies.
for almost 3 years now.
Yeah, that's true. And I did it
you-
not long after
we finished,
after we got married.
After we got married, so
Jeez, man, time flies.
I'm really
So-
concerned about this.
So one
I mean,
more.
Look at that weird purple something or what is that? I don't know. And it's like moving.
Yeah.
It's like
arcane energy that's just coursing through the ground. So anyway, one more crossover game recommendation. It isn't technically a Final Fantasy game, however, Square did publish it. Erguys.
It's really good.
It's really friggin' good. It was made from the same team that made, I forget the name of them, something with a T. They were really well known for making like wrestling games in Japan that were really popular there, and then they made more of a, I guess like anime-styled fighting game that had like the full three-dimensional like 8-way run sort of thing, and then as guest characters, they included several characters from Final Fantasy VII. So you can play as Cloud, Tifa, Vincent, Sephiroth, Red 13, and Yuffie, and I think that's it. And some of their weapons also make an appearance in that game's just tacked on additional dungeon crawl mode that is more robust than a lot of standalone games. So like, check out Erguys.
Yeah.
It's spelled funny. You'll find it though for PS1 if you're interested. It's really freaking good.
Shield says it looks like purple water.
A little,
Fire
yeah.
says, from what I've seen from this game so far, this game is weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if this...
Alright, 100%.
Oh.
Installing game data? Come on! Have I spent this entire stream so far
Tap to start.
on the launcher? Okay, I'll tap to start, except I won't, because I don't like fingerprints on my screen. I'll click to start. Is that a thing I can do? Apparently it is. Okay.
Pyro says that took way too long. It did.
Square didn't make this, I'm quickly starting to realize. So, Mobius gift box. I get a Grow Star, whatever that is, 20 ability tickets.
Only if we pay for it, I think.
Oh. Character plot.
It's this place.
So I awoke here and am not dead for some reason. Did everyone die because I crash landed here? Because I was coming at this planet pretty quickly. Chapter 1, Blank Slate.
Where'd this come from?
Your mind.
Oh, and like...
Oh, hi. Creepy clones.
Oh, we're all wearing the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're freaked out.
The law of Palamecia.
Cool cloak.
None shall remember the names of those who do not fight.
Alright.
So they ran, so now they no longer exist?
Fight
Because they didn't fight?
I guess. Alright, how do I do the thing? Tutorial starts! Play the tutorial to obtain jobs and ability cards. Okay. Clicky clicky. Attack! Tutorial.
Misty says the mobile feel is real.
Yeah.
They didn't...
Tap to attack it. So I just tap somewhere within this
I think so.
square?
Because this is a very bad mobile port.
Yeah, I'm starting to sense that. Okay. Alright, animations are cool. A little jerky. Cool
you
though.
can execute actions until your action count falls to 0.
Okay, so clickety clack. Kill him. Do it.
Oh.
Is that like a little mage monster
I
thing?
don't know. Target view just like
target
it did
view.
with target.
Heh. Oh, there we go.
Tap the enemy.
So, heh.
Yeah.
Target changed. Target view. There we go.
Okay.
Abilities. Using powerful abilities requires element orbs, the font of magical power. Attack enemies to draw element orbs. Okay, so drawing works a little like FF8 then?
Well, it looks like that's what we're getting at the
Oh, it's
top.
just like passively happening.
Abilities have
Okay.
elements that require a certain number.
Oh,
Over there at the side.
Okay, so that's these. Earth Sword! Can I use that? Try using Earth Sword. Yeah! I made my stone sword thing. Now it's no longer sharp because there's rocks all over it. Let's see. So, generate through attacks, consume to use abilities. Okay, cool. So
we
fight
need-
to
we need
gain
more
power.
Blue ones. 2 more blue ones so we can use our blue.
Right. Oh, and the elements on enemies show you what
what
they'll
you
give
can
you.
get,
Okay. Whack. 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 Can you guys see my mouse pointer? I don't know
Oh,
if...
you can use the lesser blizzard
Oh,
now.
cool. There we go. Cool. Alright, so classic elemental weaknesses. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so they're just kind of coming out of nowhere. Store element orbs with normal attacks. Use them to unleash powerful abilities. Right. Okay. Whackity whack whack. Whackety
I
whack.
think we get random
Ow.
stuff based on when we hit.
Yeah.
And we have enough for,
Yeah, I'm just gonna stash it. There we go.
We have enough for the fire one now.
I want to see if these carry over from one fight to another. Hey, he's larger than the others. Nope, they don't seem to carry over. Okay. Reduce an enemy's break gauge to 0 to get past its defenses. Okay, so that's the orange thing. Okay. Whack. Whack.
Oh, I see. It's
Whack.
going down along with the little bit of health.
Normal attacks are relatively ineffective at reducing an enemy's break gauge. Try using abilities next. Okay. There we go. Whackety whack whack! Get
wow.
whumped on! There we go.
Do the ice.
Oh. You've broken past an enemy's defenses! The number displayed over the finger icon is the number of actions you can take before the enemy's break gauge replenishes. Okay, so I can do 3 things. Okay, so yeah. Kill him! Freeze him to death! There we go.
Misty says, there's a hard orb. Marcus's correction, you changed your name to Kinsmark in the summer of 2015, July 12th to be specific.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, just over a couple of years. Wow. It does not feel that long.
Okay, so yeah.
Use abilities, normal attack. Okay, so now this is just sort of a... Do what we just taught you!
Alright, we have frozen,
Yep. Die.
so we can break it a little bit more. Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Now
So
we need
that...
to hit it again. And... Uh-oh.
Ah, defense down.
That's okay, we broke it, and now we can fire.
Flame sword. I shall scorch you with the fires of Ifrit.
And Marcus said, and yes, I just dug through your videos to find that blog.
appreciate
Brendel
it.
asks, where did the name Kinsmark come from anyway?
Give me a second when I'm not concentrating on this, and I'll explain it. Because it's sort of a portmanteau of a couple of ideas. Eh.
We can do, art, or we
No,
don't need to.
we're good. We're good.
Oh, I think we won that one.
Mm-hmm.
By the by, tell me, what are your names? Speaking, if you are able. Oh, is that truly the name you claim?
Hey, don't you judge me. I like my name.
Know this. Yours is a very special name.
I know. I came up with it myself.
Of a hero foretold to bring hope to this doomed world.
Cool!
The warrior of light.
Oh, we're Warrior of Light in this verse.
But this world has not yet come to know him. In time, one of you will become this warrior of light.
I love how those guys are all just like talking amongst themselves like, I don't know, what's going on? Who's that voice?
Prophecy ordained.
Why does that guy have a cool shoulder cloak? I want a cool shoulder cloak.
I confess, I find this quite the conundrum.
You are an asshole, aren't
So
you?
many of you share that name.
Wait, they do?
So who among you is our true hero?
Oh god.
They all share the same name as me.
Sad
Fight to the death!
of this day. Blank slate.
At least my mascara isn't running.
So let us call you just that. You are blanks all.
Thanks.
Blanks. Make for the north.
You're evil, aren't you?
What's to the north?
Best do what he says. Trust me, I know Vox can be a pain.
Garrus?
But whatever he bothers to say is useful. Most of the time.
He looks like a straight up judge.
Complete and utter truth.
Sounds about right.
He sounds
Alright.
like a Turian.
So the game is self-aware, to a certain extent.
I don't like Vox, because he feels like evil and like condescending all at once.
Condescending, I think, is squarely...
Oh no, we're Onion
on the nose.
Knight.
Oh god, no!
We're Blank Blade.
Ah.
That's what we're called.
So...
Oh wait, no, that's what we got, I think.
Okay, so I ranked up
I don't know.
myself...
Oh, I'm so
I-
confused.
God, this menu is so hard to read. I don't know what these mean. Oh well, let's just go. We'll
Randall
figure it
says,
out.
the Warrior of Light. This is some Nerevarine shit. Make
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
the prophetic hero, bitch.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the prophetic
This
hero,
this
or
is kind of painful. It is.
yeah, or the party of prophetic heroes is a common trope amongst the Final Fantasy series. Because for anyone that isn't familiar with this series, almost every game in the series is a self-contained story in a world of its own. Like, you don't have to play like 1 through 9 to understand the story of 10, for instance. Some of them are set in the same world, however it's rare, and they're usually set many, many years apart. So you can come at a Final Fantasy game at any number in the series. Just go for the one whose art style appeals to you the most, pretty much, for your starting point. And yeah, the Warriors of Light thing was really, like, it was a core part of the narrative of FF1, and it also sort of came around again in 3. So, yeah, we'll see here.
Thank you. This probably will not help my throat. I don't care. It's liquid.
So deck level. Cards in your deck also gain experience and levels. The higher a card's level gets, the stronger it becomes. Okay, so those are like no, those are my abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grendel says, oh, well, that makes it accessible. I was figuring one would have to start with, like, you know, and work my way out.
No.
Missy goes, that's what I thought in the beginning, too. But thank
Yeah,
you now.
a lot of people do. They make that assumption. And it's an easy assumption to make, because they're numbered, so you'd figure you would start at the numerical starting point. So, like, me, for instance, the first Final Fantasy game I ever played was 7. And then I played 8, then 10... and after those I got really curious about the others, and I played a lot of the classic games. A lot of them I have mixed feelings about. For instance, like 5 I don't like pretty much at all. 6 is sort of the opposite of 7, and I know I'm referring to a lot of different things, people may not understand what I'm referring to. Suffice it to say, 7 I think really worked, because it took serious characters in an overarchingly serious situation, and then through the course of its serious story, occasionally would dip into completely goofy, off-the-wall, super silly territory. And so a lot of its humor that was there to lighten the mood when it started to get too heavy, it worked really well, because these serious characters are just like, what? Whereas 6 was taking really goofy characters and putting them into a really serious situation pretty much throughout, and I don't know, I felt like that clashed more than sort of the reverse of what 7 did.
Grendel says, also, they're all Final Fantasy. Which one comes last? Christ, talk about narrative inconsistency. It's final because it was that that developer's final chance to make it.
I've heard that, however, I've also recently heard that that's sort of a westernized rumor that actually isn't true. I don't know, like, maybe somebody was just saying that to sound contrarian, because the common rumor about the reason for the naming of the Final Fantasy series is that, as she was saying, Square, prior to merging with Enix later, were on hard financial times, and they just decided to name their last RPG Final Fantasy, because they're just like, well, this is our last chance to make a game and stay afloat as a company, and then people loved it, and they took off, and they actually, you know, turned into a successful company. Apparently that's like conjecture. I don't know. It's just it's a common enough story that...
Do you want to say what your name means now?
Oh yeah. I meant to do that. It's a combination of a couple of ideas. I actually used it away from camera for
characters.
Some character names in like tabletop stuff, and I would also use it as like a sort of a stand-in gunslinger name whenever I had to put in a character name in like an FPS or something. When I decided to really use it as like my name for the channel, though, I took the initial idea that I had for it, and I really tried to give it some depth to me, because that was the thing, is that I know my old screen name, there was nothing wrong with it. It was a strong name as far as that's concerned. However, because I had emotionally attached it to a lot of negativity from my personal history, that knowledge of where that name came from sort of drug me down, and I wanted to do something completely the opposite of that. I wanted to assign, mentally and emotionally, a positive attachment to the name that I chose to call myself every day on camera. And so for me, the name Kinsmark comes from the idea of like kin as in like akin to someone, or someone of, you know, like mind, to sort of say that it's a part of a community, essentially. And Mark, spelled the way that I do with the CK, goes to the spelling of an old Germanic word for a march, for a territory. So the name is really meant to stand as a symbol for the channel in the community here is a kin's mark, a territory, a march for people of like mind that are akin to us in terms of like thoughts and values and taste in games, etc. So that was the idea, is to sort of make a name that, you know, was phonetically pleasing for me to hear and to say, and that also carried a weight that I liked and that I felt carried a positive message. So that's the reason for that.
Okay, so that guy is here. Noah is here.
Hello, hello. Yeah, continue on here.
That guy has would have been here earlier, but spent 45 minutes making lasagna for the first time.
There we go. So, I got elemental skill seeds. I assume those are used to unlock abilities or something. Cards. Acquiring items. You can obtain treasure and cards dropped by enemies at the end of battle. Okay. You obtained a new card! Okay. So I got Grudge Fighter. He seems nice. Cool.
You have to click the back button over
Oh,
the
there we
side.
menu, can you get out of the way, please?
No, because that's what it wants you to do.
Right.
Now you can click it, I guess.
Jeez.
Or no.
Skill coin! Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do what the game wants me to do. I don't get to make choices for myself. That is a cool looking chest. 3 elixirs,
Grendel
okay.
says, that's actually an interesting choice then. Like, I like that, or rather, like that it legitimately has meaning.
I appreciate it, yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to obsess over the meaning of names for just like characters that I write, so especially for the one that I chose for myself, I really wanted it to mean something special to me, so... Alright, let's see here. Building decks. Assign cards to your deck to gain power and abilities. Okay. Tap the cards menu. So you can set up to 4 ability cards to a deck. Okay, so my abilities come from my card deck. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so...
Grendel says, my user is just Grendel plus a mishmash of finished words I put together for a terrible fantasy short story. Pyro says, Kim went super in-depth into thinking of a name. I just Google other names that are basically Chris in other languages and just mush my mom's last name and my dad's last name together.
That's all good.
You know, whatever works. Like I said,
mean,
my alias has no meaning. It's just a random name I made.
Like, you know, I could easily, like, I would not deny it if someone were to say that my having tried to assign so much depth to the name that I chose is a little pretentious. It is. I allow that. It's just, like, it makes me happy to know that I have emotionally assigned positivity to it. So, at the end of the day, that's where it is. And I don't necessarily, like, you know, look down on anyone that hasn't given thought to what they choose to use as their name online. It's just, you know, if you're happy with it, then that's all that really matters, you know?
Yep. My very first online moniker was the made-up fantasy name of my very first original character, whose story has gone absolutely nowhere, and I don't even remember what I was going to do with it.
I think that same thing can be said of a
Because
lot
I was,
of
like,
people.
back in early middle school. And then the shortened version of that became, like, my online nickname. And then I, like, changed, like, that became my nickname instead of the full name. And then that merged into other stuff, and it was ridiculous. Now I'm just Violeta. Because I like that.
Oh, okay. So this is where I learn what's in a new area.
Yeah.
Warning! A water boss sighted! Okay, cool. Select deck, yeah. Okay, so I can have 3
Misty says,
presets.
this one of mine is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But Misty is an easy name to say. Like, Miss TARDIS is recognizable. We can run? Why would we... Okay.
I'm just kind of going along with things right now.
If that's like the roaming warrior.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It probably is.
These 4 other saps are so lame compared to us.
I know. We have
They
main
don't
character
have a
syndrome.
cool shoulder cloak.
I know. So...
Abilities, attack
just whack these guys. There we go. Stored enough life orbs. Try using barrier. Summon the little chocobo chick. Or, okay. It just does that. I don't know why there was a chocobo chick on the icon then.
I don't know.
So, yeah, okay. Status icon, right, got it. Support ability cooldowns, right, got it. Okay. Life orbs are rarer than other elements, use them wisely. Cool. Alright, let me just kill things. I like what this game is trying to do. And it's really pretty. It's just clunky.
Yeah. Misty says, most of mine I tried to make unique and meaningful in some way.
Trigger an element drive? Tap and hold the element ring? Slide your finger to the life element, then release. What did that do? Oh, I healed myself. Oh, so element drive is magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grendel says, I think about the pretentious idea of the name. Says that it is that bad. I had a guy explain to me that his tattoo, the Batman versus Superman logo, meant that everyone in his life thought he was their Superman, but that he perceived himself as a Dark Knight because he'd do anything for family, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to judge people for their tattoos, because they're a very personal thing.
That is pretty rough.
Ooh, that's a little self-aggrandizing.
Miss T says, like, I would understand it if, you know, if they did that because they liked Superman and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one thing. You have the tattoo just because you like that thing.
Yes,
you don't need
especially
to assign,
you know, if you just say, like, I really relate to these characters, or in the case of, like, having the conflict there, if it's just like, I really...
Apparently,
our dog wants into the office.
Freaking out. Okay.
You know, if you say, like, I feel really emotionally attached to the sort of conflict at play amongst this story, and I feel like I can really relate to it. That's valid. Starting to try to self-insert yourself, though, that's...
Grendel says, he didn't even like Superman or Batman.
Okay.
Sure. I don't think I believe that one on his part.
Nah.
Miss T says, and yes, Vi, I especially like how easy Miss T and Miss TARDIS are to say and how recognizable they are. And that guy says, if life orbs are more rare than other orbs, why are you required to use one against a trash mob?
Just to show me how, I guess.
Yeah. Because we didn't skip the tutorial.
Yeah.
Grendel says, wouldn't imagine you could. Oh, never mind. That's a conversation thread I didn't read. Marcus says, I just gave myself a name after my favorite game franchise in the anglicized version of my real name.
Yeah, that works. I'm not 100% sure I'm doing this right. I feel like I'm not doing it right. Flame Blast. Oh, I'm doing more damage now. You know what, I'm just gonna...
Oh, really, all Element Drive does is it lets you pick which elements you're getting from them.
Okay.
Like the orbs.
Right.
Like, that's what... Because you said...
Yeah.
See? Like,
Okay.
you have a bigger chance of getting...
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry too much about it then, because this guy's pretty much dead. Ah, God, another one of you!
Pyro says, Almond Drive sounds very sci-fi. Just imagine a sci-fi battleship under attack and some captain on the bridge just yelling, Ensign! Insert name here. Prep the Element Drive! We need to get out of here now!
Yeah, like, a few Final Fantasy games have had, like, mana drives as artificial means of casting magic.
Yeah.
Here I come.
So it gives me defense against their element, I think.
Element Drive resistance, strength, and duration scale with the number of orbs absorbed.
Yeah.
So the more you have of that one type, the
Right.
better your resistance
Okay,
to
so
that.
let me use then Flame Sword, because I think he's an ice type.
Yeah, weakness. It's
There
a
we go.
weakness.
Alright, I'm starting to figure this out. Sweet! Will destroy you. I'm really hurt, though. I hope that was the last fight. I think it was! Yay! Alright, I survived. So, getting new high score rank puts you on the weekly rankings, okay. Rank down! I know, I didn't really do that fight right, okay. Okay, leveled up my abilities, cool. Skill seeds, right. Got some cards. Grudge Shaman. I can credit, they look cool.
These are the monsters.
Yeah, wait, what is this thing? Wait, hold on. Can I...
Click.
The arrow? No, that's just the ability for it. Okay, whatever. Can I read this guy?
Nope.
Nope, okay.
Because that's just, like, if you click, it goes to the next thing, because that's, like,
Right.
tapping.
Yeah, alright, that's weird. So I got Magicite, okay. Support player. Oh, so they are like
Follow a
the
player
Roman
whose
warriors.
rental cards you borrowed to raise a chance to see them in the rental list again.
Sure.
He's only got a level 1
That's true. He's a level 5.
And his player, he thinks.
Yeah. Follow. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's disabled in the tutorial anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Phoenix Downs. Okay. To fill in the folks that aren't familiar with Final Fantasy, those are usually used to revive KO'd party members. Skill panels. Each job can be enhanced by unlocking improvements in their respective skill panels. Okay.
Pyro says, how much do you want to bet that if we invented a type of fast zone like travel, people aren't going to use its actual name? They're just going to make sci-fi references?
Yeah, common people? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Honestly, I've thought of doing that in my sci-fi universe. Is like having planets and stuff named after like
Sci-fi things.
Like sci-fi things that I just think, you know, people would find amusing.
Mm-hmm. There's a panel you can unlock with 10 fire skill seeds. Tap this panel. Oh, that one. Increase attack 5. Yes. Cool. You've unlocked new enhancements. You can unlock skill panels in any order, so choose whatever you need most. Okay, cool. Oh, and it tells me what they are. Good.
Can we get health? Or build your deck with the right parts to get more seeds at the end of battle.
Okay.
Because those pluses, that's what you'll get.
I
The
see.
skill seeds created by
And
deck.
the elements there are what it gives me. Okay. Pardon me. Starting to figure this out. So some panels unlock advanced jobs and new weapons. So be sure to gather the seeds you need most. Okay. This concludes the skill panel section of the tutorial. Gotcha. Home. Advance to next area. Grey Dawn Wood. Fire and water swarm sighted. Okay. So, alright, I should actually probably, like, change my deck then. Okay. Ah, damn it! Okay, well. Oh, wait, can I do it here?
This is
No.
rental card.
Damn it. Mr. Dugroin. What do you do? You're the 15 mechanic lady. Increase defense and restore HP.
Adds haste.
You sound good. Renting you. Yes.
Crandall says, so this is a mobile port, right?
Yeah.
I hope these menus were altered from the original game, because they'd be shit for a touchscreen.
Yeah, considering a lot of these icons are really small. So, like, giant friggin' fingers like mine, I'd have a hard time actually navigating these menus
Use the
on
auto
mobile.
battle feature to automatically fight past trivial enemies.
Oh. So I can do the same thing as I do in Record Keeper. Got it. So tap anywhere to disable auto. Cool. Wow, that really does go way faster. Okay, so auto is definitely handy. Hi! Can I auto these guys? Let's find out. Oh, wow, it even auto does element drive things. Wow, so the game can just sort of play itself, complete with middle-level tactics. Okay.
It's just not going to be as good as, like, if you fully...
Yeah.
Let's see, Pyro says, I can just imagine some kind of space shuttle figure slapping the crew every time they refer to the fashion-like technology as a insert favorite name for fashion-like technology here.
It's not a warp drive, Carl!
Stop calling it Mass Effect!
Yeah. Dust Ripper. Oh god, that face!
That's horrifying.
Oh, those lips. I don't like its lips. Ugh. What do you do? What element is that? Is that like air? Yeah, lesser wind fang. Okay, cool.
That guy says, so I just found out that Trainwiz made a Fallout 4 quest mod. Pretty cool.
Good times.
Sure.
Whoa, player level 75. Yes, follow them. I assume 75 is pretty high. Usually Final Fantasy games cap out at like 99.
Misty is going to step out and nab some food.
Alrighty.
I timed my noms poorly against stream today. No worries.
Ability tickets. Okay.
I have no idea what that is.
The law of
Hi.
Palamecia.
What's up, Vox?
Your metal is constantly
What is with the law of Palamecia?
Why is there a weird circle glowy thing around my head?
in training. I see I needn't mince words.
Oh, that's him around my head.
I don't. In fact, stop talking altogether.
I'm with him.
I like me.
Fire in the belly.
I have attitude. So the game is fairly self-aware then, that's good. Story completion reward, Neophyte Ranger, he looks pretty cool.
You obtain a new job card.
My first job as a ranger? It's like it knows me. I love rangers and like everything.
Oh, so this is an apprentice mage. Oh, they're giving us a couple options for basic.
Okay.
So we can be a ranger or a mage.
Right.
How do we do this?
Days break. Change jobs. View tutorial. Tap card menu. Deck. Slide the top deck panel? Is it... What? Oh god, that's not intuitive for PC!
You can set in
It's
that.
a job card. Okay. Ranger! No, I don't want to be a mage. I want to be a ranger. No! No! They're all gonna laugh at you! No! Damn it. Fine. I'll be a mage. I don't wanna though.
Can you click it
Even though I do
now?
look pretty cool, actually.
You
That's...
change jobs.
I could do without the short shorts though.
They always put short shorts in.
Yeah, I don't know why. Job has preferred elements that dictate which cards you can use in that job's deck. Note that all jobs can use the life element. Okie dokie. Can I change my... Can I... Damn it!
Tyler
Leftmost.
says, or if like commercial space travel becomes a major thing, I can see Disney selling kits to turn shuttles into Millennium Falcon.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah.
Like, as soon as space travel turns trivial, and it's just, like,
That's
affordable for normal people, you know we're gonna get, like, ship body kits, like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
wanna fly the Firefly, there you go!
Yeah.
If you want your personal two-seater shuttle to look like an X-Wing, there you go! You know people are gonna do it.
Let's see. Lady Nocturne says, so I did a summon with the free cards you get, and I got Bahamut. Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
I also think I got the Dragoon job card, too.
Oh, jelly. Love me some
Bunny says, mages
dragoons.
for pussies. Grendel says, you mean mages get Bunny. And that guy goes,
Good turnaround.
Shut up, Bunny. Magic is badass. It can be.
If I could get Red Mage, I would love that. Because Red Mage is the Jack of all
Is your
trades
jam.
class.
Is that your jam?
Oh, yes. Like, when I played FF11, you could layer classes. You could have 2 active at one time. And neither of these were optimized builds. They were fun, though. My 2 favorites were to run Red Mage Samurai, because it was a very, like, technical combination. You really had to, like, think about what you're doing every turn, and I liked that a hell of a lot more than just setting my macros to do the thing and then just kind of snorefest during fights. And then the other one was running Red Mage Dark Knight. Because that one allowed me to really like contribute in a lot of different ways to combat, and it made up for the fact, because Dark Knight get massive HP, the fact that Red Mage doesn't really have great HP. So yeah, because Red Mages, I don't know if I actually said it, they're decent fighters, decent white mages, and decent black mages. So they can do combat healing and damage dealing all at once. They're just not excellent at any one of them. So I really like the versatility of that class, so hopefully it's in this game. Let's see here. So make sure to check that the card selected is marked with a staff, and select the appropriate elements for your deck. Okay, so let's get this little adorable Dust Mage creature thing. And what else we got? That thing, whatever.
We already have this.
Okay. Is that? No, that's a ranger thing. Do I have another? I don't think I have any more mage
But I
abilities.
think you can use the one of the make sure check.
It's not the right thing though. That's a
As
sword
long as
ability.
it's the right element, I think it'll be okay.
Okay. So yeah, job types and magic bonuses. Ability cards are assigned to 3 job types. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was misreading that. So then yeah, it's warrior type, mage type, ranger type. Okay. Can I swap that one out now?
No.
Oh, damn it. Concludes the job change section. Right. Okay, home. Can I do it myself now?
Nope.
Where's my cards? No! Oh god, they're gonna make me fight as a mage. Damn it! Fine. At least I get a cool masky thing. Tap, go to advance. Well, at least because there's a fire boss sighted, I have 3 different water, ice, whatever that color is, abilities. So, what else we got here? Lots of level 1s. Whoa, player level 116! What do you do? Great gospel. Holy crap, that's like Eris's final limit break.
Boost any job stats, ultimate charge,
Quicken adds actions to current turn, and charismatic shift. I don't know what that means.
Sure.
It seems cool though, so yeah. It's really powerful, whatever it is. I don't know.
Edgar says, so what's the best FF game? I've never played one.
There is no best.
No, that depends on what you like best,
Yeah.
personally.
Because a lot of them play very differently. Let's just try and... Oh. Usability is to fill it... I already know this.
Well, every job has a different one.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
Your ultimate gauge is full.
I'm gonna use my ults on this little guy who's already almost dead. Where is my ult then?
Click on the...
Tap and hold the element ring. Oh, here we go. Reign of Ruin! Alright, that was cool. A little underwhelming. Still cool, though. I like my hat. So yeah, anyway. All of the Final Fantasies play pretty differently. Especially once you start getting into the later ones, like from 10 and up. And
that answer was a cop-out. Not really.
yeah, it's really not. It's a lot of them are very good. They tell different sorts of stories. They deliver different sorts of gameplay. So you know, it's impossible to say that any one is just straight up superior to the others. Like, I know what my favorites are. My favorites are 7, 8, and 10. I'm not about to say that they're objectively superior to the others, though. For instance, that's a point of classic playful contention amongst me and our co-founder, Addy, because his favorite is 9. I can't stand 9. And...
I don't hear that voice anymore.
Good. Stay out of my head, even though I'm having a weird seizure.
Real sounds. Painfully real.
What?
Rustling leaves, running water. Pleasant sounds. It feels like home.
Am I okay? I'm having a moment.
Not that I remember anything about home.
Are we having a depression moment? Depressed moment here?
Is it starting to sink in?
Break it down again.
Yeah, of course.
And as I say, people present their personal opinions as objective fact all the time. What's stopping you? Personal ethics? Blah.
Having principles? Psh, that's for the weak. Sure, I'll follow them.
But yeah, basically, we have our favorites, but...
Yeah.
Buddy says, I like 10.
I love 10.
What a relief. I know this place.
We do?
Or not. I guess this could be anywhere.
I know this place because I had to stare at it for like 30 minutes.
That's actually
Great.
the
Time
point.
to fight.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we do know this place because we saw it.
That's true, yeah. Summon tickets. Okay, cool. Can I summon Carbuncle? He's adorable.
10 was the first one I ever fully played.
Card fusion. Yeah, to give you an idea, since I know there are some folks that are new to Final Fantasy in the audience right now, of the 3 that I'd really recommend, because I enjoy the hell out of them, 7 is sort of diesel punk with magic thrown in there, in terms of its setting. 8 is almost close future sci-fi, with a weird sort of anachronism in some places. And 10 is, I think, one of the most artistically interesting, because the developers, I was actually, geez, I can start that sentence over. I was actually reading an article about it just the other day. The writers and art designers of 10 really wanted to set that game apart from the classic assumption that all fantasy has to abide the tropes of medieval European aesthetics, and they really wanted to change that. So 10 is intentionally taking a lot of inspiration from Southeast Asia and places like the Philippines, Vietnam, Japan, Korea, stuff like that. So it has an extremely distinct art style. They spent a lot of time working out the different cultural ethnicities and languages and the scripts that are engraved on things, and it just, I think, has one of the most cohesive feels of any of the Final Fantasy games, because some of them feel a little mismatched. Like 7, for instance, which is personally my favorite, I'll acknowledge, has some flaws, one of which is the fact that sometimes it feels like certain areas of the game or certain creatures in the game don't feel like they're from the same world as the rest of the game. They just kind of come out of nowhere and you're like, what? So.
Um,
Oh, also, 7 uses a real-time combat system, as in, like, it's still sort of the fantasy, like, RTS, not really RTS,
turn-based.
it's not really turn-based, though, that's the point,
I know,
is that,
but it looks like
enemies and players are, like, aligned in formations, and then you go in real time as, like, your ability meters charge. So that's the way it works. 8 is the same way. 10, however, is actually turn-based. Like, you can sit on the menu on your turn as long as you want, and enemies aren't going to attack you in the middle of it.
And it has, like, there are abilities that let you shift the...
Yeah. You can affect the action economy, essentially.
And you can see essentially a section of your screen that has the turns laid out, so you know when your enemies are going to go.
I think one of the most dramatically different of all of them is probably Final Fantasy Tactics, in that it's almost like XCOM, in that it's sort of an isometric top-down grid combat system, and that's very different from most of the others. 12 onward, like 12, 13, and now 15, they're a little more active in that it isn't the usual running around an overworld and then random encounter happens and you're in like a contained fight area. From 12 onward, you're running around the world and the enemies are visible on the map. Like, you can see them in the environment and you can avoid them.
Or try to.
Or fight them where they are. You don't, like, transition into a fight instance. Which some people liked, some people didn't.
Epic Wander says that's called the ATB system. Everyone has an action bar. When that bar fills up, you can do an action. And that's also how Record Keeper plays.
Correct.
But he says, just thought it was kind of cool that in 10, specific characters can take on certain enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They were very class-aware without forcing a class system in 10, which I really enjoyed.
Pyro says, part of me thinks this game is too high budget for a mobile game, but too low budget for a PC game.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Grendel says, yeah, honestly, it reminds me of an early Xbox 360 PS3 game or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Fusing cards. Sure.
I have no idea what that is, so
I
we'll have to find out.
Since cards are my abilities, I assume that means I can, like, improve my abilities through card fusion?
I bet if you have more than...
Yeah, like doubles, you can
select
probably...
a card to enhance. They want you to do that one.
Okay. Dust Soldier! Fusion is used to enhance 3 stats on a card. Card level, skill seeds, ability level, okay. Card level, right. Skill seeds, yes, I know. Ability level. Ability fusions are the hardest to perform. These raise the level of a card's ability, making it more potent. Okay. Tap select fusion cards to choose the cards you want to fuse onto your base card. Wait, I can do it with, like, anything? Or is it just the... Oh, it's pointing me at this one. Fusion card selected.
And those are the same one.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see.
Let's see.
Costs 600 gil. What's my gil? Is that my gil, or is that my experience?
That's your gil, I think.
I don't know where my gil is.
Oh.
I don't see it.
I don't know.
Oh, well, whatever. I'll assume I have enough, because it's doing it in the tutorial. My nose is itchy.
Let's see, Marcus is, so I was thinking about trying my own YouTube channel the other day. Thinking about naming it the Reservist Channel and focusing on military and gun stuff. Thoughts?
Could be fun. Just have a plan moving forward. Because the more you can seem as though you already have, like, a format in mind getting started, the stronger a start you'll get. Skill seeds. Okay, so that improved that, I think. Ah, jeez, my nose is so itchy. Ability complete. Ability reached max level. Cool. Okay.
Because this is a low level card.
So, okay. Alright, simple enough. Card summon tutorial. Summoning cards. Okay, so I just got some tickets. Hi there! You look interesting and important and powerful, and you have little Moogle friends. Oh, I want Moogle friends. They're so adorable.
They have little bunny headbands.
Look at them. They're so adorable. Okay, anyway. Wait, one has a pom-pom and one doesn't. What does that mean?
The other one has a pom-pom.
Oh, wait, it's just a little jewel thing.
Yeah,
okay.
They both have them.
Anyway, let's see here. So, shop.
Select summon cards.
Summon cards. Whoa, that's cool looking, whatever it is.
Okay.
There are several types of card summons. Currently you have access to card summon, greater card summon, and Gigantar summon. Okay.
Try card summon.
Use a summon ticket to summon a card. Okay, I figured that was what they were for. So...
Let's find out what we get.
Do I get these permanently, or...?
I don't know. You press this, do a starter pack, you get a new job with it. But does it cost money?
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to tap.
That is really cool looking. Jeez. Alright, so... Cool spectacle, if nothing else. Cool job, Red Mage.
I don't know if we get a...
Dark Knight.
I don't think that's...
Gamora. Oh god, it's terrifying.
You've obtained a powerful new card. The number of stars on a card indicates its rarity.
Okay.
Rare cards are 3 and 4 stars.
Okay, so I got a 3-star. Oh, this is an ability card.
Yeah.
Okay. A giant sea beast, able to delay even the greatest armadas. This rare card can only be obtained through summoning, creates water and earth skill seeds. Cool. Okay. Check the card's ability and skill seeds info here. Okay. Rare cards have passive effects called auto abilities that are always active when they're in your deck. Okay, cool. So, passives. I love me some passives. So, magic up. So that's a mage card, essentially, then. Okay, interesting. So...
that guy says, hey Cthulhu, your sister's here.
Starter pack. Oh, I still have some tickets. Yeah, because that's why the little ticket thingy is glowing there.
So
Cool.
press this, do a starter pack, you
Yeah.
get a job.
Let's do that. Do the thing.
Open the shop menu.
Oh, man. Okay, hang on. I gotta do the tutorial, apparently. Ability shop. Yeah. Okay. You can purchase items to efficiently enhance cards in this shop. Okay. This concludes card summoning.
It's gonna make you go to the next thing.
Ah, damn it. Alright, well, we'll do it later then. Who are you?
It's probably
What?
another player.
Why are they here? I
There's
don't
probably just
understand.
random bullet show up every
Yeah,
now and then.
probably. So, the Magicite Distiller. Okay, so that's this thing. The Magicite necessary to purchase cards and items can be obtained from the Magicite Distiller. Okay, what do you do? Magicite accumulates over time in the Magicite Distiller. This gauge indicates the amount of Magicite currently collected. Okay, so it's like an ability recharge thing.
Lady says 3 tickets per starter pack, and you can get maximum of 3 starter packs. We don't have enough tickets yet.
Okay. The distiller will hold up to 100 pieces of magicite. Make sure to recover accumulated magicite before it gets full. Okay, so that's definitely a mobilism. Jeez. I can enunciate a mobilism. Tap to collect magicite. Right. Gimme. You've obtained 100 magicite. Magicite accumulates continually, so keep an eye on it. Okay. Rental cards. I thought I already learned this. Let's put the card you just obtained up for other players to rent. Oh. Okay, so it's like the Roaming Warrior and Record Keeper. Cool. Okay, profile. Rental card. No, not that. That one. Yeah. Rental card is set. Each time another player borrows your card, you'll receive friend tickets that can be used for Gigantar summons. You can receive a maximum of 10 friend tickets each day. Cool. Okay, so you can passively get those through this sort of thing without actually having to spend money on it. Cool. I like that. This concludes the rental card section.
Epic Wonder says, actually, you can. 500 Magicite equals 1 summon ticket. So you can summon because 1k Magicite equals 2 summon tickets.
Okay.
You completed the tutorial. Yay, so we can go do the starter thing.
So that means the leash is off.
Yes.
Good. So tap help in the etc. menu if you ever need further information. Okay, cool. Who are you? Ooh, login bonus. List is renewed every 16 days. Again, what do I get? Whoa. Ability ticket 5. Oh, okay, so these are the everyday things. So you can get ability tickets, elixirs, stacks of magicite, phoenix downs. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Log at what? Did I get another one? Apparently I got another one. Ooh, a summon ticket! Yeah!
Okay.
Okay. Daily mission, defeat enemies. Okay, good enough.
Okay, so...
Can I do my own thing now? Whoa. News page is just happening, apparently. Cool.
Let's ignore this. I don't think we need this anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so was it in the shop?
It was in the shop. It's in summon cards.
Summon cards, yeah. So, there we go.
So, starter pack. Yeah.
Yeah, can I use you? Yeah, there we go. So use a summon ticket. Summon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Note, summon tickets take precedent over Magicite, so you can use the Magicite to get the...
Right. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Do it!
We only have enough for the one, but we'll get a job this way.
I have a cool one. Like Red Mage, or maybe Summoner. for Dark Knight. Whoa, hold up. Do I get all of these?
Yeah, that's because it's a starter pack.
Oh, cool. Griffin. Alright.
That's cool
Cool
looking.
art. I like that. Oh, snap. It's a 4th star. Awesome.
Card augment.
Interesting. What do
Maybe
you...
we got 2 of those.
What do you do? Mythical beast and symbol of valor. An amalgam of
Press
lion and
this, you
eagle.
need to collect your login items from the home screen. The present
Oh.
icon at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I thought I just automatically got them. Thank you for that. I would not have known that.
Press this, we are currently under a Final Fantasy 13 event, so there are extra rewards.
Oh.
That's why we got the extra login.
Oh, okay. So, man, I'm actually noticing a lot of similarities to Record Keeper in the way that events and stuff work. Okay, interesting. So this rare card can only be obtained through summoning creates Earth and Wind skill seeds. That's a Ranger card. Okay, got it.
Well, if you want to, we can switch to be Ranger now.
Ooh, that's right, we can. So locked, extra. Okay, fuse with an extension material to unlock. Okay, got it. What about... Ooh. Tempest! That looks awesome.
Silva is here.
Hello, hello. Alright, so that's another 4-star. Good times. You are another Ranger ability. Awesome. Water deity attributed to the creation of storms over the sea.
Creates a
Rare
great
card.
number of water skill seeds.
Cool.
Area water attack.
Magic up, enhance water. Okay, alright, I like that. Come on, class.
That's probably
Hello.
the thing down at the bottom, the different color one.
The dragon has facial hair. Holopharynges. Okay. So you are also Ranger. Oh my god, it's like the game knows! An Elder Worm. Yeah, I can tell. Whose age only serves to enhance magical powers. This rare card can only be obtained through summoning blah blah blah. Earth Dance. Area, Earth Attack. Okay, cool. AoE. HP up. Enhance Earth. Cool. Alright, I like that. So, Valkyrie. Ooh, she looks freaking awesome.
She's also a Ranger.
Ranger 4-star. It's like the game knows. Celestial Envoy tasked with guiding the souls of heroes to Valhalla.
The Apprentice spoiler, you got a Ranger job.
Oh, is that why it's giving me all of these? That's cool. So it doesn't give you stuff that you can't use then. That's good to know. That is good design. Lancelot! That lance looks heavy. So like all of these are 4 stars. That's cool.
That's because this is like the special beginner thing.
The ideal knight turned tragic figure. Snipe raises crit chance for several turns. Okay. Life draw. Avert crit down. Okay.
Here we go. I bet this is the class.
Dancer. Man!
But that's actually a...
I don't know, it's considered a ranger class. It's just the dandiest of ranger classes.
Yeah, but it's probably better than the base.
An unusual job, yeah. Specializing in grace and deception, although it's... Mechanically, it's traditionally a pretty good job because it's all about like debuffs. So let's see here. This job has high HP and is ideal for protracted battles. Okay, good. Graceful fighting style designed to capitalize on enemy weaknesses. So yeah, okay. So keeping in the feel of the usual. Job list. Do these do anything?
Oh, that's what it's gonna look like.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I'll just keep the default. Because that looks a little like Vegas Showgirl sort of thing.
Okay, so click the...
Yeah, let's see here. So, Clutch Drain. Normal attacks restore HP when HP is low. Cool. Clutch Haste, increased actions per turn while HP is low. This almost sounds more like a Dark Knight set of abilities. Increase crit chance when HP is low. Good lord, okay. So, Dancer profits from having low HP. Strange.
Protracted battles.
Yeah, that's true.
So the longer the battle is, the better they get.
Yeah.
So go to the home page.
So, wait, hold on. It says 2 left.
I know, go to... That's because we have enough Magicite. Go to the home page. Get the...
Oh, the gifty thing. Claim all.
Because now we have
Gimme
summon
stuff.
tickets and stuff.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, you can have up to 80 gift notifications. Okay. So it's good to go and get those
What's
frequently.
the special?
That's social. Edit stamps? What? Oh, are these like the stamp thingies for raids and stuff?
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, it's just like the raid
okay,
stamps.
so cards.
Yeah. So, some cards.
We have 3 summon tickets. We can do it again if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Summon.
The
This thing
press
looks
says
awesome.
the next starter pack will either be the Dragoon or Scholar.
Cool. I hope for good. Ooh.
Playing option says if you pull all 3 times on that starter pack, you'll get all 3 jobs from it. Dancer is the ranger type, Dragoon is the warrior type, and Scholar is the mage type.
Oh, okay.
So tap to open. And if that one's a... Yep, you got Dragoon.
Cool.
Because that's a warrior.
Yes. But I am happy with that.
So take hint. I did ask on Twitter, but since I'm here, I'll ask again. What's the name of your Balmora player house?
Oh,
Mysterious Manor.
Yeah, that. And it's on the Morrowind Nexus. Garion. Cool.
That looks terrifying.
He's one of the Lords of Hell in D&D mythos. Custodian god charged with protecting all lands under the heavens. Okie dokie. Flame blast. Cool. Attack up, enhance fire. Good. Onion Knight! Why is... what?
So say that again, please.
Mysterious Manor. And it's available on the Morrowind Nexus.
I'm guessing you can't hear me very well.
Am I just misreading what I'm looking at here, or are they really chubby? No, they're not, because that's the line of the skin. What is this?
I can't read that
Yeah,
art
this
at all.
this art is really hard to read. Okay, anyway. Let's see here. So, Earth Sword, right. HP up, enhance Earth, cool. Sildra, nifty.
Let's see. Pyre says, but does the owner of the mysterious manor act in a mysterious manner inside the mysterious manor?
This malicious sea serpent was redeemed through its friendship with a human. Aw, it's a Disney movie. Ice bursts.
That's so cute.
Dokie. Fat Chocobo! Yo, look at him, I just wanna...
Fat Chocobo's always been.
Yeah, he's like a summon. I just wanna tickle him in his little feathers. So, an alarmingly corpulent Chocobo! A famous bon vivant and glutton. The rare card can be obtained through summoning. Okay, so that... Oh, that's the barrier thing. That's what that other guy had.
Yeah.
Okay. HP up, avert defense down? Oh, increases resistance.
Sounds like a shitty Disney movie.
It does. So,
Yep.
Dragoon! Dude, that is straight up Kane.
I think they are based on.
That's a really cool version of Kane.
Of course, that might be us in Kane form.
Yeah, maybe. And for anyone curious,
Wall
Kane is
White-
from FF4.
Bull White says, greetings, quite the noob here. I'm curious about the magicite farming. Is it worth using an elixir to farm it? Because I don't get it that often. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
We just started this game. I'm
Because
sorry to
this
say.
is the first time I've ever streamed or played this game, so your guess is as good as mine. That looks cool, so I don't know what it means. I'll click on it though. Let's see. A specialist knight who uses leaping lance attacks. Yeah. Okay. Clutch boost. So this also gets the Dark Knight-ish sort of stuff. Interesting. Power drive. Wow. There's a lot here. Holy crap. Dragoon has a lot of auto abilities.
So it says, I reinstalled Morrowind today. Installed all my mods. I'm going to play it through again.
Good times.
Bull White says, thank you anyway. Good luck.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thanks. Okay, so do you want to be Dragoon?
Yes. So that's in cards.
Yeah, Dex.
Oh, yeah,
Dex.
here we go.
And then swipe to the side. Or, actually, I guess you're already on it.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
I'm right here. And I don't want to play a mage, so... Dragoon. Yes.
And now you have to, I think, edit your...
Dude, I look awesome. Oh, so yeah, I was right. That is, in fact, the cosmetic version of what it looks like. So there are, 3 versions. Cool. So certain panels in the skill can be unlocked to add new advanced jobs. You need to change jobs to use the advanced job. Okay, cool. So... Right. So there's just Dragoon, and then there's Drake Lord. Wow, that is straight up Kane. Like, off the page of FF4, that is Kane.
Yep. The Oppressed says the best way to farm Magicite is through multiplayer.
Okay. And then that's the Kane model with a different coloration. So, is there a different... Can I just... It seems like
You just get to be whichever one.
Wormlord is statistically the most powerful. Because these others, they suffer for it here, so can I just play Wormlord straight away?
That might just be what you're
Maybe that's because it's a really good card. I can just do that.
Or that's the sub card that you're building towards. The sub thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, because I have it. I have it equipped right now, so I assume that means I just get it.
I don't understand. So.
Weapon. Oh, I have a few weapons. So Dragoon Spear X. Okay, that's cool. And then I've got Dragoon Whisker X.
Dragon Whisker.
Oh, right. And then that's... No. Oh, that's the Blaze Fire Saber. That's Lightning Sword.
The other one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that one looks like it's the most up.
Yep. Yes, it is. Cool. So...
you might want to switch out your abilities.
Yeah, definitely.
Because those are mages, so you're going to want the warrior type.
Yeah. Actually, hang on. Let me... do class... Okay, so classes don't really... Oh, okay, here we go. So fire, ice, and earth are what it really needs. So.
And you need to pick the ones that have the...
Yeah. There we go. So then... We'll...
Oppress the star drops come out maxed already. That's why we can get those.
Oh, okay. Cool, good to know. Yes.
Epic Wonder says, you can buy an item on the item shop that lets you use whatever version of the job you want while maintaining the highest stat, but it's kind of pricey.
That's cool.
So it's because these are the beginner.
Right.
These are the starter jobs that so they just came maxed.
Yeah.
So I'm betting you have to build towards those normally.
Okay, so now I've got my job here, and then all level 24 abilities.
Yeah, so some of those are not warrior abilities.
Oh, right, I wasn't paying attention to those. Yeah, those are ranger abilities.
There's
things like I want to use the more powerful ones, though. A lot of these are... Oh, wait, that's Earth, and that's level 24. Okay, doing that, because Earth is one of my class elements here. Do I have another one?
Yeah, you do. Right there. Right, no, scroll. Give me your hand. No. Do you want an ice? Do you want an ice? So you can have all of them.
Doesn't really matter. Oh, wait, there we go.
Yes.
There we go, cool.
So that way you can use the weaknesses of
right,
the
and now I've got all three on there. Cool, okay. So this tells me what my abilities actually are and what they do. Good to know. Okie dokie.
What does the auto button do?
Good question. I think that just tells me what
that's
my autos,
all your auto abilities.
it's all my passives. Okay. Cool. I got a tremendous increase in power all of a sudden.
So go home.
Yeah.
I guess that means that this probably is going to get hard now.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, tips. Here we go.
So, custom skills unlocked. You can now use custom skill panels to customize and improve jobs to a whole new level.
I forgot about this.
Skill cards can be obtained through skill draw in the shop using skill coins. Oh, jeez, so many sub-currencies. This really is like Record Keeper. There's so many subsystems.
Oh, it's dancing! You missed it dancing. It's adorable.
Access your custom skill panel from the deck. Okay, cool.
The Oppressors, you're gonna one-shot most things like until chapter 3 or 4.
I figured.
Because we did the starter thing.
Yeah. Okay, so weapon increase. Okay, weapon boosts and modifications. You can now improve your weapons by using the boost weapon feature. Boosted weapons require skill seeds and time. You can reduce the time required to boost weapons by using stamina. Once you boosted a weapon enough times, you gain access to the modify weapon feature, which lets you add random special attributes to the weapon. Okay. Cool. I don't want to mess with that right now, so let's just go to the Unknown Wastes. Fireboss sighted, so I'll use my ice ability. Cool. Yeah, okay, so for rentals, what do we got here? Not a whole lot. Dude, Yojimbo. Let's just go with you again. Hi.
Our poor noob buddies.
How's it going, friends? Don't ask where I got this armor, because I don't even know.
Magic, yo. Just auto it.
Auto! Oh. Oh. I one-shot all three of them at once.
Oh yeah, the Oppressors, you're gonna one-shot most things. Go to the ETC menu, config, and set it to hard difficulty. It'll still be easy for you, but you'll get more rewards.
Oh, good to know. Okay, I'll do that after this fight. Hi there, you look interesting. Holy shit!
So after this one, we need to go to the etc. menu.
Okay. Yeah, rank up indeed. Okie dokie then.
Yay!
Player level gained, cool. Skill seeds, cool.
And we need those to do that menu thing. Oh, hey,
So it's
look,
a Gil.
lots of Gil.
Cool, those coins look awesome.
That's Gil, apparently.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this soundtrack.
Help me!
Hi!
I'm dying, Kubo, help me!
No! Save the Moogle!
Go on, save it. You heard the law of this place. None pay heed to those without the will to fight, which means that none here will bother to save that helpless Moogle.
Help! Dying! Kubo!
I am God.
Oh, like the
My
Garland?
purpose is to temper any blank who shows promise as he walks the path you walk.
Aha.
Uh,
Are you the same Garland as I'm thinking of?
There is something great in you.
I'm feeling suddenly Darth
But
Vader-ish.
survive.
Oh, uh-oh.
Ah.
Box, watchful as ever.
Such dying!
Look at the
Such dying? What?
desperate little eyes. Did you know all Moogles share a common mind?
Really?
Save one,
Creepy.
and all will owe you a life debt.
You
A
don't care
rare
about like
chance.
that.
Best not let it slip away.
He's like,
I don't want to help people. Don't you see? I have a faceless helmet now. I can't care about anyone.
boss icons.
Cool. So they appear next to areas wherein powerful fiends await. Cool. Alright. Fight the fiend! Save the Moogle, because it's adorable and I love Moogles.
So click it.
Yeah.
Actually, we can make it go to
Oh,
hard
yeah.
if you
Yeah,
want to.
where is it? Oh, there it is.
Etc. menu, config,
Config.
difficulty, hard.
Just one or the other. Okay. Yeah.
And
cool.
now go do the thing.
Heh. Save the Moogle! Anyone interesting I can get here? No, not really. So, sticking with you then, I guess. There we go.
We will save the Moogle! Auto?
It's still on auto from last time. It just stays on, I guess.
Until you turn it off.
Yeah.
Useful.
Yeah.
Like I asked, what's a Moogle? It's an animal thing. Sentient
They're,
animal.
They're, because the thing
Whoa!
that... Oh, that is horrifying. The thing that gives a lot of Final Fantasy games their character is that a lot of common, like, recurring, like, creatures and races and even sometimes names return from one entry to another.
Dude, I'm Mog the Moogle.
Yow.
And I owe you a life debt, Master, so there's no getting rid of me now. Kubo! I'm not going anywhere until I save you, just like you saved me, Kubo.
Alright.
Kupo?
Follow me, Kubo.
What's a Kupo?
I'm going to take you somewhere safe, somewhere we can have a nice rest. So come on, we're off to Warhaven.
You don't have
That
a
sounds
mouth.
like a nice place.
Not as bad as Mox.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It doesn't have a mouth. It was talking and
It's-
it had no mouth.
It's speaking into my mind.
Epic Wander also says there's a fast forward button above the abilities on the left.
Oh, cool. Okay. It's nice and handy, so you don't have to sit there and just waste time.
The Oppressed says you picked a fun time to join because you can also still play our first anniversary map, which is samples of all this year's events, like a chocobo
Oh,
map.
cool. Alright, any idea how long that lasts? These really must...
The other.
Yeah, because that's... Wait a minute, hold up.
They have
I've
a-
seen her. Where have I seen her? Isn't she from, like, FF2 or something?
Probably.
Or 3? Oh, man. There was a little fairy girl in one of the early Final Fantasies.
So
Let's just keep going. I mean, I can one-shot
we can go to Warhaven
everything.
if you want. I don't know that we need to though.
Eh.
I'm not sure.
We'll just keep going. Sword of the Wise. Oh, look! He's got Wedge! Ah! We'll go with this guy, because he's more high level.
Press says the event ends September 24th.
24th. Okay, so I have a few days then.
Grendel says Moogle. It's like that search engine you see on a low-budget Canadian show where they want to show Google but can't afford to.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And apparently it automatically uses your abilities when you have enough for 'em.
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty smart about the elements that it chooses and stuff. So the auto in this game is actually pretty advanced. Kind of gives a nice visual spectacle.
So ugly.
I do like these animations, though. They're pretty good. And some variation of that tune that just played
is in almost every Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, it's always the victory fanfare after fights.
Press says you have auto options, those transparent buttons to the right.
Oh, okay. Alright. That way you can sort of configure what the auto does. Which is interesting, because they also did something similar to that
Ooh, we got the skill
in
point thingies.
the... I think it was called the
That's about.
Gambit system of FF12, where you could configure essentially like the macros and the auto trigger actions of your party members. Because in 12 you could only control one character at a time instead of controlling the whole party through a menu. So you still got the party control through telling them like ahead of time how you want them to fight. So this is interestingly similar to that in this game's auto system. It feels so strange and yet really good to have finally started to cover Final Fantasy stuff on the channel.
Yeah, Epic Wonder says, yes, Gambit system. It's just not so complex here.
Gotcha. Okay. So we got an elixir. Okay, apparently they didn't act this part out, so... How do you plan to live out your life here, Master? I don't know, like, trying to stay alive, I guess. That's a broad question. Do you mean to become the Warrior of Light?
Sure.
Sure, why not? Who's to say? I got no reason not to if it's all the same. This guy has, like, my attitude. I like that. I don't know how much you know, but you don't need to worry about qualifications and such.
Great.
Thanks, I think? Even people not named... Oh, wait, that's still the mug. Sorry. I had something in my throat. Even people not named Kinsmark have equal opportunity to become the Warrior of Light. Equal opportunity employers. Ha! So long as you follow the prophecy and make great efforts, in time you'll become the Warrior of Light and take on the magnificent name of Kinsmark. Kapow! My name's already Kinsmark. Oh, you don't need royal blood to be a descendant of heroes. Nothing like that. Are you even listening?
So, he doesn't believe us that our name is already
Because,
Kinsmark.
well, didn't they say that that's like the prophesied name of whoever's gonna... Yeah.
And we just took that as our
Right.
name.
Okie dokie.
Epic Wonder says, you basically choose how the auto will use your support cards, the pink ones, and when auto will use the ultimate when it's available.
Gotcha.
That crystal thing looks important.
Yeah, it does.
Hello, other noobs.
So let's see here.
That guy says, hold up,
Oh,
I'm
here we
looking
go.
for Final Fantasy games on Steam. Well, I think
a
they
few
have
of them
the
are on
original
Steam.
7 is on Steam.
Yeah, 7 is on Steam, 8 is on Steam. I think the remaster of 10 is on Steam.
That guy says, why are there 3 FF13s? Because there's 3 FF13s.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of 13. I won't really go into why. I just... I find it a really weak entry in the series that unfortunately...
And yeah, there's 3 of them because they're sequels.
Yeah, like Square really tried to make 13 a thing, so that's why they did like 13-2 and then 13 Lightning Returns. I'm like, ugh, okay, fine.
I don't really like...
At least they're finally like putting that to rest, and now they're really focusing on 15, which I like a lot
Thank
more.
goodness.
So let's see. Like at one point, they even tried to make 13 so much of a cultural icon that the main character of FF13, Lightning, she is a canon Louis Vuitton model, like in our world.
It's
And
really sad.
it's just ugh. And like now I think she's with some, I think it's like a Chinese car company, and she's like licensed as a mascot for them. And like they're starting to do more of that kind of thing with like cross promotion and things. Like they're doing, I forget the company that makes them. Like an official Japanese cup noodle company is cross promoting with FF15, and so now there's like a a Noctis, who's the main character of 15, like head helmet that's a giant cup noodle thing. So yeah, the cross promotion and stuff is nothing new, because they even did that in the old like FF7 days when they started to do the spin-offs of it, when Dirge of Cerberus came out, and you could actually purchase the character Vincent's phone with its like custom case and everything. So like people act like it's a new thing, all this cross promotion. It's really not. They've done it for a long time.
And also the confusion is exactly sequels to the same game in a series. What? It's because the series is not like it's not a consecutive one story follows after another. They're all their own separate worlds with their own separate stories for the most part.
Yeah. So the only ones that really come in any sort of order are the ones where there is like a number with a suffix. So like 13 is a thing, 13-2 comes after that thing, and then for some reason they didn't make a 13-3, they instead called it 13 Lightning Returns. So those are a series unto the greater series that's... Yeah, it's weird.
Like,
they did
FF7 and FF8 are not in the same world with the same characters.
Yeah, they're standalone things.
Like, pretty much all of them, unless they have like the dash number or the title and then suffix, they're all going to be their own separate thing.
Yeah, because there's also a 10-2 that was a weird spin-off that apparently, from what I've read,
very strange.
A lot of thought went into the creation of. The execution of it was weird, because it was like Final Fantasy Charlie's Angels that also retcons out some of the closure of the original game, and I didn't like that aspect of it, so...
Epic Wonder
anyway.
says Mobius has FF7 remake event. Yes, a remake. Back in January. It had this Warrior of Light protagonist interact with Cloud. Yes, the remake Cloud. It was jaw-dropping to see the first official appearance of Cloud remake in the game, voice acting and all.
Wow, that's interesting. So they already have his actor then? I didn't know that.
Says you have to be a Warrior of Light in this game? Why not any villainy? Because
Final Fantasy games aren't about that.
No, they're all a specific story.
Yeah. It's not like a freeform RPG and where you really like design your own character or anything. Usually your element of customization for your character is you choose their name and maybe you choose their abilities as you go. It still tells a predefined story most of the time in each game though, so let's see here. Anyway, you sure are strong, Master. There's no doubt you're going to become the Warrior of Light. I mean, there's plenty of doubt. I just started. I just got here. Of course, you'll have to face some difficulties before taking on the world-saving title. But it'll all be a teeny bit easier with me at your side. I'm sure it will. So that's the fate in store for me, huh? This Warrior of Light prophecy. Great.
Yeah, basically.
Seems like everyone's saying the same thing. Everyone? Vox, for one. Vox? I don't know a Vox Capo. Don't know him? Well, how about Garland? Oh, him! The heretic! Whoa! Hold up!
Hang on.
Let's,
Well, it looks like he's saying something, but there's no mouth. Like, is heretic? Like, wait,
heretic? You want to explain that? If he's a heretic, where are the adherents of whatever faith he's a heretic of? Why, right here! You and me, Master! Hold up, whoa! Don't you start proselytizing to me, little guy! Together, let's see the prophecy made legend. Okay, this is starting to feel a little cultish.
I thought it already was.
Hold on, no, Mog, hold on, we're not done talking. The hell did you mean?
The Oppressed says, fun fact, the section of ST that makes FF7 Remake and FF13 make Mobius, which is why it looks so good.
Speaking of, I just found...
Pirates of Rubicon?
Yeah, I just found a cloud summon thing. I want to use that.
So the fact the Square that makes FF7 the remake and FF13 made this, which is why it looks pretty.
Gotcha.
That must be why it looks so pretty for a mobile game.
Yeah.
And why the animations are good.
Yeah, the art style of 13 is pretty cool. I just don't really like the rest of it.
Everything else.
Also, come to think of it, I can hear... I wonder if this is the same composer and or orchestra that they used to do the 13th soundtrack. Because this actually, come to think of it, sounds a lot like 13's music.
Oh, hey look, we got a card.
Yay!
Rank down now.
Oh well. Player level 3.
Lady Nocturne asked if Garland is a Dark Knight, and I think Wander says Garland is a Heretic Knight. You can actually pull that job and wear the same armor as him.
Awesome.
Makes some really funny and awkward cutscenes.
Yeah, he's also the main antagonist of one of the early Final Fantasy games.
The Oppressed is not as awkward as Moogle costume.
Wait, that's a thing?
Oh, that does.
I can dress as a Moogle?
That does seem very awkward.
Oh god. Okay, so I got a Fire Lizard card. It's not super good.
Well, that's because they get XP as you go.
Right.
The cards we're using now are probably fully leveled.
Yeah, they're like pre-leveled. Alright, cause you're Cloud. Yeah, follow. I'm not a fanboy. Shut up. You're a fanboy.
We're totally fanboys. Don't even pretend.
Ooh, Cactar. So that's just, what, a card then? Metal Cactar? Are we doing like Smash Bros covers here?
That's awesome.
Alright. Metal Cactar.
I approve.
Cactar cards. Oh, they're their own thing. They have special fusion properties. Cactar cards have a high skill seed fusion success chance, while Metal Cactar cards give a high amount of XP. Use these to boost the power of your favorite cards.
Ah.
Interesting. So they're like super fusions then. Whoa, wait, hold up. That is a foam costume.
Yep.
Look at that. You can see the stitching
That's
along the
amazing.
seams. Oh my god.
That's awesome. Does that mean they actually took a picture of somebody in a foam costume?
Like, to make this?
Yes. That would be amazing.
Either that or it's like a giant plushie.
Either way.
I want one!
That's awesome.
30 beasts slain in a single day. Did you see my footwork today? You mean the part where you tripped? Shut up! Never mind that, it looks like we've contributed to the future of Palamusia yet again. Can I have his hair? He has cool hair. I don't want my emo hair. Fox, were you watching? No.
Blanks fill the voids in their hearts through battle, Capo.
That's really dark!
Great, so that's what
You-
we're doing too.
You live only to kill. There's an empty void that only the bloodlust of battle can fill for you.
Cool!
They say victory in battle feels
It's a
good,
drug.
Capo. You get lost in the feeling.
Yeah, we're getting drugged through battle.
Mug is creepy. Sure, winning would feel good to anyone.
I'm really creeped out right now.
Subtly dialing 911.
And blanks become slaves to it.
Oh, great!
Whoa!
Mug
You-
has no idea that we're one of them,
You,
does he?
you can't just say this kind of shit, man.
But I'll be around to make sure you don't get carried away.
Oh, great.
Well, thanks. Come on then, off to the Runic Temple
What?
to go sacrifice someone to Satan and chaos. The Runic Temple.
There you'll meet the flower of hope that blooms in the field of despair.
Could you speak any more cryptically? And that means...
And he's just... Nope.
Again, I'll give this game credit that it is at least self-aware.
Oh, gosh.
You look cool.
Bunny says, okay, Far Cry 3 called it once Jason Brody back. That guy says, Mog, turn that dial down from 11 to 3. You're acting creepy. Oh, yeah. This is freaking me out a little bit. Hi, guys.
Hey,
So that's just the adventurer costume.
do you like my Leon S. Kennedy hair?
Oh, good lord, I'm like really creeped out by, like, we're all like, oh, look at this dude's buddies, they're so cute, and now we're like, please get them away from me, because they're all of the same mind.
Yeah.
That means they're a hive mind, which means they're all gonna be this creepy.
Oh god, you're right.
Maybe.
So that's a
maybe-
new thing. Moogles haven't
so
had that
maybe-
hive mind quality.
So maybe Moogles are all part of the cult, and
Oh god.
their job is to get captured so adventurers go in life dead, so they have an
Yeah.
excuse to hang around us and
'Cause that is-
indoctrinate us into the cult.
That is a question, right? Like, why didn't other Moogles come to help Mog, who was for some reason just off on his own? I don't trust Mog. Sure. Rank up.
I'm very concerned now.
This game is...
Hashtag concerned.
I wasn't sure about it at first. This game is starting to grow on me.
Such concern.
It's really goofy, and I feel a certain sense of ominousness from it. Those coins look awesome.
Yeah.
The more I play with them, the more I'm like,
Epic
all
Wonder
right.
says the hive mind is mostly for memories. Each Moogle has its own personality.
Ah, okay. We are the guardians of this temple. If you see any fiends, report to us at once.
You mean the things we just killed?
Do you like my apron? It's a very fashionable apron. This place is a sanctuary for those in need of rest. We protect it from fiends day and night. Still though, like, do you want an apron? We've got extras. They're very fetching. Oh, these are different people.
Yeah.
Whoops. You would do well to join us, friend. There is great honor in what we do, and fulfillment besides. You know, standing around all day, not exploring, not really doing anything with our lives. Protecting one place, really. Super fulfilling. Well,
That's Mog.
we're just gonna go now.
Those blanks fill the voids in their hearts with duty, Cabal. They guard the temple and feel good by helping others. They get lost in that feeling and forget to move forward.
Oh, so just like I said. Alright.
Whew. Pyre says they probably didn't help Mog because he's a crazy Moogle that tries to turn people into religious icons and accuses people of heresy. The Oppressed says this game gets even more funny and breaks the fourth wall later.
Good, I like that.
Grendel says, I need an apron like that. Damn. That's like Gym Rat Fashion 3017. Sylph says, we need LLP apron.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, not that I don't think he's actually using these abilities. I can't tell if the auto uses these. Well, whatever. I do feel like I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot in that I'm letting all of this auto thing do its thing, and I'm not really learning how the combat really works. I'll figure it out later, though. Right now, I'm enjoying that I'm able to progress at an appreciable rate.
Yeah.
So, I just want to get to like the next Mog cutscene because they're so hilarious.
They're ridiculous. Mog is clearly crazy.
Oh yes.
I don't trust Mog.
I don't either. Mog is
He's like, oh, the heretic!
off his adorable little rocker.
He presses, you can learn the combat in the novice hall in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Epic Wonder says the auto is not using it because those are dark element cards and Dragoon can't use those colors.
Oh, right, because it's not on the class card. Didn't even think about that.
Well, now we know.
Yep. Damn, that was fast. Apparently, I'm awesome. I would never have known. Okie dokie.
Yay!
Oh, I got 4 cards. Sweet. Do I have a card capacity limit?
I don't know, but we can always go and do that.
Yeah, we can do fusion. Summon ticket! Yay!
Woo!
Do I have enough summon tickets to do a thing?
Probably not.
I don't know.
Say hello to the runic temple, Master. Well, don't just stand there. In we go, Kapow!
I don't trust you.
Uh-huh.
Don't trust
Why
you.
does this place look like a ruin? Runic temple, first floor. Okay, actually, hang on, real quick. I am curious. Do I have enough thingies to do? No, I only have 2 summon tickets. Don't I need 3?
Yeah.
I think.
But that gives you the scholar. If you don't want the scholar, then there's no
yeah.
real point.
So, River summon, card summon, Gigantar summon. Which of these give classes? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
I don't know. No,
I
just
don't remember. Go back to home.
yeah. So, right.
Remember, pick someone that has
Right,
a...
yeah,
Oh,
something.
that's what that exclamation thingy, that yellow
Oh,
thing.
that's telling me you can't use this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's
Next
Larsa
up.
and Vayne.
Wow, it is. And Vayne is in like his creepy, oh, am I too close to you, little brother? Hermes is love, Hermes is
The
life.
says after you buy the last starter pack, spend it on the boosted greater summon.
Okay. This place looks cheery.
I don't feel safe.
Whoa.
I thought they protected us from this stuff here.
I thought he said this was a safe place to rest. Whoa.
No, that was a different place.
Oh.
But I thought those adventurer dudes just told us.
Yeah.
That
That's true, if they did.
I seriously don't trust Mog, like, at all. Not even a little bit. He makes me very uncomfortable.
These AoEs are super satisfying to watch.
Yeah. Grendel says, safe place to rest eternally.
Okie dokie.
New best score.
Yay!
Woo!
Oh, I didn't get any cards. Roller Crest, High Potion, and Nethicites. Sure!
Sure, why not? I'm gonna let our doggy out.
Okay.
Because he looks like he wants out.
Runic Temple, 2nd floor.
Yes, I'm coming.
Titan. Sure, I'll follow a Titan.
Okay.
At least I get a cool cape. There we go.
When he says, oh, we'll help you die. Like, Epic Wonder says, in battle, click the transparent button to set your ultimate to use it well. I don't see it.
Over here on the right.
I don't know. The transparent button. Yeah.
Oh.
Ultimate.
Break.
Ultimate.
Ultimate at will. There we go. Yeah, okay. Cool. Thank you. I did not know that.
That guy says, alright, at that question, which handles the most like Metal Gear Rising?
None of them, really. Although, from what I've heard, FF15 is a lot faster paced than pretty much any of them, so that's closest, although I wouldn't say it's really all that close. Because the later games, like 13 and 15, they're a little closer to like the Kingdom Hearts combat system.
Scott says, hi everyone.
Hey, how goes
Modding
it?
Skyrim is fun and frustrating. It's 99% working now, though.
Good
Yeah,
times.
says that's about 80% more working than I've ever gotten. Congrats.
Yay! Increase the wall. 3 cards. Dust Warrior. Okay. What do? You are a combat.
Yep, it is chaos.
Yeah, called it. A large fiend born out of Chaos's blight. So this really is revisiting the Chaos versus Cosmos conflict,
Probably, yeah.
which was core to the story of Final Fantasy Dissidia. And also incorporated characters getting warped from some other plane to a hub plane.
Complete with messing with their memories.
Yeah, screwing with their memories and forcing them to fight a war that wasn't theirs. It's just that they're pawns in greater cosmic forces. Is this a crossover with Dissidia? I'm starting to see a lot of commonalities here.
I know I'm repeating myself, but I'd really like for you to
Why?
become the Warrior of Light.
Whoa, you're getting really pushy now.
I'm very concerned.
Now it's no longer just like,
I think you could.
I think you will. Now it's like, I'd really like for you to. I'd also
Why?
like you to stay with me.
Is there something about,
At
like, which
home.
Mog gets the Warrior of Light is, like the
Forever.
King Mog or something?
Please mind the prophecy. That's all I ask, Capo.
You're
The
right.
prophecy that you told me?
The one that we don't know, actually, the details of?
Don't worry, it's not that hard to wrap your head around, Capo.
I don't believe you.
Oh, I can tell him no. Do I risk angering the Mughals?
I don't know.
Because I don't trust him.
Wander, oppressed, what do you think I should do? He also doesn't have the round thingy.
No, he doesn't. He has a gem instead of a pom-pom. I don't trust you.
So it says, kill it with fire! Hellfire!
He looks like an adorable, intentionally subversive villain.
Yeah, Pyro says, or wait, hang on. That guy says, wait, isn't FF15 the one that has the emo boy band traveling around in a car?
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Epic Wander says, it's your game, go with whatever you think.
Oh, Jesus. Okay,
Pyro says, Satanic Moogle?
do I play along? Or do I tell him, no, this is all moving too fast? You know what, I gotta call this honestly.
The Oppressed says, this is the most important decision in the game, Kappa face. They're both,
Oh, I know. I assume that means this is kind of inconsequential.
Yeah.
At the same time, this is the point. Like, if I were standing here in this situation where I would actually start going, okay, stop for a second.
Explain this.
This is getting a little too pushy-shovey from
His hands are
everyone.
freaking me out,
What's
to
going
be
on?
honest.
So, yeah, he's got like little tiny hands, with little like jaggy thumbs. Okay, so I'm gonna click no.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because that's what we woke up, and even Garland's like Warrior of Light.
I know. It's just I don't.
That'll run counter to the prophecy, Master. On so many levels, Capo. I can't say I recommend it.
Okay.
Are
there any consequences to that action, or was it just one little different dialogue thing?
Ooh! Fight the thingy! Fight the thingy!
Can I do that like straight away? I assume so. Cool. Let's see. So I'm fighting a fire thing. There aren't any ice summons available, so Ares. Sure, we'll go with Ares.
I'm so freaked out right now. This whole thing.
I'm like, This really feels like a cultish indoctrination. Just
Because we show up on some battlefield with our memories being weird, and they're like, "What's your name?" And we're like, "Oh, yeah, that's the name of the prophecy."
This whole thing feels like a peyote-fueled spirit quest.
I feel very uncomfortable with
Like,
this whole thing.
am I
Because
just
that's
shuffling around the desert of Arizona, stabbing cactuses like Don Quixote right now? Whoa, that's large.
You knew what would be here.
I knew a giant dragon was waiting here.
Oh yeah. You didn't tell us. Oh, we picked the boss.
I mean, I did. It's
we
just
did pick it, but yeah. He presses in the rental menu. You can refresh the list with a small button at the top of the list.
oh, well, that's good to know. Thank you.
I,
You are a font of helpful information, and I really appreciate it.
I'm so nervous. I don't like this. I want to. Can we go home?
Ooh, cool. I got the red dragon as a card. Nifty.
Nifty.
What do you do? Ooh, it's a combat thing. A great fire dragon. Legend says its lair is full of priceless treasure. Can I go get some? Right, so it gets fire and light steel seeds. Right, you're right.
I'm scared.
Okie dokie. Crystal, whatever that's for. Sure,
I'm
follow
really
that.
creeped out now.
And the fact that I now have the Dragoon helmet, so I've got like that featureless face thing going on.
Oh.
Wait, free movement. Certain areas allow you to move your character freely. Okay, the game just changed apparently. Tap and hold the direction in which you want to move in order to explore. You can interact with other characters tapping on their speech bubbles above their heads. Can I use W, S, and D? No, I have to do this with a click.
Oh,
Damn it.
there's Mog.
Yeah, so it's.
Go talk to Mog, I guess.
Can I rotate the camera?
No.
I don't think I. Nope, I can just kind of move around this way.
Let's go talk to him.
Alright, hi Mog. Sup?
This is the intercrystal, the deepest reaches of the runic temple, Capo.
I don't want to touch it.
What are we doing here?
We're going to unseal
We're gonna
the runic
what?
crystal. The prophecy states this is the path of the warrior of light should take.
And you're just telling me this now?
And there's something good we can do while we're at it.
Something good?
You'll see once you unseal the crystal.
Oh,
So
yeah,
go on!
uh-huh.
Touch the crystal, Capo!
I feel like this is very not safe.
You and your little Capo speech impediment.
I feel like this is a terrible idea.
Like, all the Moogles have, like, that same little verbal tick.
Yeah, I just feel like this is a very bad idea.
Well-
Because he won't tell us what happens if we do it.
I just awoke in a crazy crystal land.
Touch it.
No, stop being pushy!
I mean, I might as well. Why not? What else am I doing with my day? Oh, hi.
Presenting our beloved Princess Sarah.
Alright.
I brought you
Why
a
is-
warrior who shows great promise, Capo.
Why is she locked on a
He
crystal?
may be the one the prophecy speaks of. I've seen him fight, and he...
I sense it. He has managed to achieve a very great power in only a very short time.
That's not the voice I expected to come out of that face.
Not bad.
Capo! That's not just
What?
that,
What
Princess.
was that?
He's kind, too. He saved me from a bunch of nasties. I would have been a goner for sure, Capo. I know it, I just know it.
Then it is as the prophecy foretold. For he shall walk with a Moogle not behind him, but at his side.
Yes, Capo, yes! So, what do you think?
If this kind soul vows to fight for the people of this
I don't
world,
like
What
your
people?
then the royal line of Cornelia will do all in its power to aid him. But he must choose to tread the path before
I
him.
really don't think that voice matches her face.
I do.
What? I feel like that weird
Bestow
thing
upon you the boon of House Cornelia.
has somehow infected our brain. Because we just said
I
no.
very much look forward to the day when we are met in the flesh.
So wait, you're not really in the crystal?
No.
Oh, it's like a scrying shard thing?
From here, but the crystal's magic brought her to us.
Okay, I
It
see.
let her grant you the power of her house, Master.
What kind of power?
The power to journey to faraway places in an instant. With it, you can use the teleport stone at Castle Cornelia.
Crystals are conduits
Then
then.
you can travel closer
Got
to
it.
Princess Sarah, Cabal.
Teleport. That sounds familiar.
Does it? Are you sure?
I feel
Where are you from? The
I feel
teleportation
like
is
that
familiar.
weird purple thing that popped up in front of our face messed with our brain.
Yeah, she just like straight up magicked my mind.
And we're all like, I do.
I do. Okay. So teleport allows you to move instantaneously to major map points. Use teleport to return to the entrance of the runic temple. Okay. Tap on teleport. Teleport. I love that the icon is like a little guy going, "Wah!" Okay, tapping the teleport button highlights and yeah, okay, yeah. Do the thing. I already clicked the thing. Jeez, how many times do I have to confirm this?
That guy says, I like how Kupo Kinsmar acts like an actual person. Randall says Mog's voice actor sounds like somebody who does anime waifu roleplays on YouTube.
They really do.
Stop with the giggles, I don't like it.
Gravigly, did you voice Mog?
Probably just Vox keeping tabs on me again.
Because of course.
Don't you dare insult me like that.
Pardon?
Hello there, I'm Echo.
Oh god.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, God,
and
no.
I suppose congratulations are in order.
Because cleavage shot just had to happen. First of all.
Congratulations for what?
Also, you don't match.
Silly. Lucky for you, I'm here to guide you.
She just stopped time.
Thanks, but no thanks. I've had enough of people offering to be my guide.
Mog is creeping me out.
Everyone telling you what to do without bothering to ask what you want?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's destiny for you. You'll just have to get used to it.
No!
It was
Screw
destiny
you!
that put you here, and me alongside
That's a cop-out!
You're not making any sense, and you're not helping. And you need to put some clothes on.
Ah! I love how self-aware this game is!
me but you. Come on.
No one can see me but you. What was with the hearts? I don't.
Are you a figment of my imagination? Am I starting to crack? Am I schizophrenic and seeing things now?
I feel like that's what Cornelia did to us, or whatever. Sarah.
Yeah. Let's see. So spirits.
She looks like she's from Vocaloid instead of
Yeah, she really
this
does.
weird, like, medieval.
So we found the waifu of this game. A spirit has joined you on your journey, because of course she has. You can find more companion spirits in the Spirit Grove in the shop menu. Okay.
Hang on.
And also
That
during
guy-
special
hang on.
events. Hang on, let me just finish reading this thing. Differences between spirits are purely cosmetic, so there's no difference in how they aid you in battle. When you obtain a new spirit, go to the profile in the social menu to equip it. Okay, alright.
Okay, that guy is heading out.
What is it,
Okay.
Master?
Have a good one.
Something wrong?
She wasn't lying. You can't see her.
She stopped time!
Mom, do you know of anyone named Echo?
Echo the Field Fairy? Of course, Kubo. All locals know Echo.
That's
She
so.
goes out of her way to talk to you travelers, offering to guide you. And there are even tales that say anyone who follows her will find treasures beyond compare, Kubo.
Well, at least there's
She
that.
uses people's lust for loot against them, Kubo. They believe
Against
all her
them?
sweet lies, and she leads them into great
You mean like
peril.
you did?
Oh.
Some have followed her to their death, Kubo.
Doesn't sound fun.
They say she's formless, just an enchanting fairy voice. Nobody's ever even seen her.
I have.
Nobody, huh?
You don't say.
You don't say.
Okay, hang on. The Oppressed says, if you want, you can buy even more Skippy outfits for her.
Jesus. Because of course I can.
Randall says, Yandere Fairy Kidnapping Roleplay part number 245.
I feel like I've seen this anime. So is this going to go into the territory of she takes the form that my subconscious just wants to see?
I don't know, because we told her to put clothes on.
Yeah.
We were like, please.
Alright, so apparently Chapter 1 takes place in Maine. Because look at the world map. Alright, let's see here. You now have access to the world map. Tap on a region to travel to that location. New regions and event locations will be added to the world map in the future, so stay tuned! Mystic tablets. Okay, I don't know what that's for. I'll find out later, I guess. Trainee monk. Okay.
I'm really freaked out by this whole thing.
Okay, let's just warp around the world then.
Trials. Oh, these are the places we can go now.
Okay, so there's a weekly dungeon. Ring of Braves.
That was multiplayer.
Yeah. First anniversary. Cool.
That's the one they were talking about, I think.
Lightning Resurrection.
That's got to be the 13 thing.
Yeah.
And the Novices Hall.
From the folks that have actually played a fair amount of this, do you think I'm, just from my new stuff, able to do any of this? Or is that, like, way over my head right now? Because I wouldn't mind doing that kind of stuff. I just don't know if I can. Okay, so this I can click and drag and rotate the world. Okay. Let's see. Where did they say the different spirits thing was? I just want to kind of get...
You buy it. Like, straight up buying it from the shop.
Okay, so there she is. Okay, so this is where they would go. Okay. Can I...
A spirit who seems overly attached.
Yeah! No kidding. Can I have Mog? Damn it. I'm stuck with Echo. I don't want Echo. She's weird.
We're stuck with Echo and the weird Mog.
I want my creepy cult follower.
I don't want either of them. Honestly, I feel like Mog is all like, Echo is evil, don't listen to Echo. And I'm like, you're the one who's all like, Warrior of Light, do the thing, touch the crystal, something good will happen to you, I promise.
That is true.
And
the only
like,
person who's...
do it, and then, oh, hey look, it's our princess, Neil. Oh, weird purple thing. I'll do what you say, even though I just said no.
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust Mog.
And Mog is the only one who said anything negative about Echo. I mean, he's the only one who said anything about Echo. It just could possibly, maybe, come from an unreliable narrator of sorts.
Oh, yeah. Press says things scale to your level, so it should be fine. I think Wonder says, I'd advise to finish at least chapter 2 before going to do the anniversary map. Then the lightning event.
Cool. Alright.
We go back to where we were.
Yeah.
Or no?
Have I already
I don't
done?
know.
Is there a chapter 2 somewhere? Whoa. Special tutorial. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey. Planet, calm down there.
No.
That's weekly. Maybe I do just pick up from where I was.
Yeah. Well, there was
There's a giant hurricane there. Okay. Wait, where the hell? Where'd it go? Where was the chapter 1? There it is. So, I'm off in weirdly photoshopped Australia. Okay. These desolate lands were once part of a great and peaceful kingdom. Incessant attacks from Chaos's forces have driven its people away, leaving only the empty husks of long-abandoned villages and the crumbling ruins of once beautiful cities. Okay.
You can do the Novice Hall for free resources like summon tickets and learn the combat. Okay. In other words, we should do that later when we plan on doing the actual...
Yeah, I'll probably do that after. Yeah. I was gonna say after stream and off camera, and it just came out after camera.
I have no idea.
Oh, here we go. Fort Pamukkwa. That's the next one. So,
yeah, I
water.
don't know if this is, like, continuing the chapter or not, though.
I mean, I would assume it is, since there's stuff I haven't done. So, sure. Yeah. Good enough. Because at this point, I just want to kind of move things forward.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, God, she really is following me. Where'd Mog go? You replaced Mog? Oh, damn it!
How do you switch?
I don't know. She's with me in combat, though. That's new.
I think Mog is too.
Is he? I don't think he was. I don't need a familiar. I'm a dragoon, not a mage. Go away.
The press says you'll know when you complete a chapter with the big chapter 1 completed thing.
Okay.
So, do we pick between Echo and Mog, or like what?
Oh, that voice.
Oh, it's creeping me out. Not that Mog's voice is much better.
No, it's more tolerable than that, though. What'd I get? Alright, I got another little dust mage thing.
Can we get rid of you?
Oh, whoa!
Whoa, what is
Hi!
A lot of stuff like that out here.
Oh, there's Mog. Yeah, there's Echo and Mog.
Our world, Polynesia, it's slowly being destroyed, Kubo.
Great.
It's dying more and more with each passing day.
So someone summoned me here to fix it, then.
It's all because of chaos.
And who is that?
Chaos.
The dark Dark Lord who commands all these monsters you've been fighting. Chaos hates peace and order, Capo. He just wants to turn everything to strife and anarchy and, well, chaos.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like Chaos is the guy I'm here for.
Change is the only constant, after all.
Catch on quick, Capo, Capo.
Somehow I feel like there's more to that story than what we're being told.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's... What? Oh, it respawned. Okay. I mean, that was sort of the lightning? That is straight up lightning. Okay. Hi, lightning. How's it going?
I'm sorry you're stuck in this strange, strange place. Is your name Kinsmark too?
Say, hi to Froman, whatever his name, and Snow for me.
Grendel says she's like a Vocaloid Tinkerbell.
Yeah, she really is.
Press says there's a Mog and Tomberry in the Spirit Grove shop in the shop menu. It changes every month. Oh, that's how that guy we saw had 2 Mogs.
Oh, you're
one
right.
With the normal Mog thing,
Right.
and then our Mog, which is the one with the...
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so
Because the Echo Spirit looks like a Mog.
Yeah. Ares.
Hey, look, it's Mateus.
There we go. We'll do you.
I feel really uncomfortable.
I do think it's interesting that you actually pass other players on the road. That's a cool little touch.
I think the spirits do something. I don't know.
I can't really tell. You know, it's a good thing they apparently summoned a warrior and not like an accountant.
I'm sure they've summoned several accountants and they just died early on.
Yeah, they're the ones at the start who are just like, what's going on? Who is this? Who's the voice?
I'm scared. I'm gonna run away now. Because the law of Palamecia says that if you don't fight,
You just evaporate.
basically. Press this to the other players on the road, you can click them and see their profile.
Oh, cool.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, that number up there across from the level 4 thing.
Oh,
is
that's
our
Mega.
money.
Oh, because that's the little gill icon right there. Okay.
Royal Hunting Ground. Great.
That sounds fun. So, Treantling sighted, so beware wind attacks. I don't have wind as a dragoon. Okay.
That's okay. That's what they're going to use against us.
Yeah, that's true. Fiaraja. What else we got? Vivi! Going with Vivi.
Because it's Vivi.
Because it's Vivi. I don't even know what he does. I just love him because he's Vivi. Vivi is the single great thing about FF9 as far as my taste is concerned.
I can't decide how I feel about this whole thing.
The more I play it, the more I'm really warming up to it. It's just a little clunky. The story, though...
I'm really creeped out by the story.
If it took itself too seriously, I would find it super cringy and just The fact that it is really self-aware, though, really charms me.
Yeah.
I like that about it.
Self-aware. But I'm not entirely sure Mog is supposed to come off as creepy as he does.
I don't know,
I'm not
because...
sure. I think he's supposed to be cuter than that.
Maybe?
But I can't tell.
Because part of that, if you were to just read that text, it's still a little abrupt at some point. However, part of it also is, like,
tell me, Blank,
the delivery of the
did
lines.
you speak with Sarah?
Hello to you too. And yes, she spoke through the crystal.
Heed a friendly warning.
I feel like I know his
Women
voice.
are as foul a demon as any.
Um.
Royal women are the foulest of all.
Das sexist!
He's a heretic. In the prophecy, and everything will be all right, Kubo.
Does the prophecy say anything about the princess?
Of course it does, Kubo. Princess Sarah and the Warrior of Light are...
Not every fool who learns the prophecy should tell it.
Why not?
The heretic must not enter the castle.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they're being controlled.
Where he stands.
Because that's his box.
Yeah.
Fox.
You can't hear him.
No.
He's saying, kill the heretic.
He always was a stickler for the rules.
So he's cut off from Vox's influence.
Eat that too.
Interesting.
Honestly, can we just side with Garland? I'm having a Uncle Pagan moment here.
A little, yeah.
Of course, I find it interesting because he was the one who's like saved the Moogle.
Yeah. So he wanted me to do all this, because he had to know where Mog would take me.
Yeah. But it all just so he can be like, so, things are happening, aren't they?
Yeah.
Honestly, I
So
feel
he
like...
knew exactly what was going to happen.
And now he's just like, you need to ignore the Mog.
I'm playing exactly into Garland's hands right now. What it is he wants, I don't know.
We're also playing into Vox's hands, or weird, because we didn't get control.
True, we didn't.
Because he's like, I guess you can't hear him.
It was the lesser guys that were just clearly going full, like, zombie mode.
And he's like, honestly, they're like, oh yeah, he's a heretic. I'm like,
I love how casually they just drop that term.
Explain it, please.
Oh, he's a heretic, don't mind him. Like, whoa!
Whoa, man, yeah, that button up at the...
Yeah, I know. I've already clicked it multiple times.
But yeah, like, I feel like... I don't trust the people who just, like, dismiss him because he's a heretic, you know?
Ooh, that looks cool.
Hyra says, that Moogle is a heretic. And, like, he just happily says it right in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Just
Ignore
to his
him.
face!
He's a heretic.
To his face!
If I saw a guy that looked like that, who just walked this with giant sword, he's a heretic. I wouldn't say that to his face. The Oppressive Garland's voice is Keith Silverstein. Also does Tord from Overwatch.
Oh, okay. Because I know I've heard his voice in multiple places. I could swear I've heard him in anime as well. Oh, I think he also voiced one of the like summonable characters that you really liked from Dragon's Dogma.
Oh yeah.
That was a Kane stance. Oh, this is like Kane's jump. Nice.
That was our ultimate, I bet.
Sweet.
I think that was our ultimate. You know, I really do want to side with Garland, though.
Except this is a Final Fantasy game,
Because
so...
he's not like, oh, that person's a heretic, ignore them.
I mean, he did kind of shove me into the Moogle thing, so the fact that I'm stuck with Mog and now Echo is his fault.
No, Echo isn't his fault. Echo just showed
Oh,
up.
that's true.
Echo chose to do the Echo thing. Are you gonna try and force the, like, Princess Zelda Link thing on us, though? It's like, the Warrior of Light and the Princess are...
This smell, where's it coming from? Mog, are tacos a thing on this world? Damn it, Mog. We are the Cornelian Royal Guard. The way to the castle is closed. Also, Cornelia is apparently running on really low funding, because they could only afford to give us combat aprons.
And the Oppress says he does pawns in Dragon's Dogma.
Ah, there we go!
So you were right.
Aha, I knew it. Is it these guys? I can't put my finger on it, but I know this stench. Maybe it's Taco Cabana? A vile cockatrice is terrorizing this land. Both the castle and grounds are under constant vigilance. You know, the castle that you can't even see from here, so we're definitely doing a great job of guarding it from the cockatrice terrorizing this land. The gates are sealed and none are to be granted entry. I could totally take you, you know, I could. Never mind my friggin' Chad Kroger hair. So shall it remain until the cockatrice is slain. How do you expect anyone to slay it if you guys clearly can't take it, because if you could, it would be dead by now, and you won't let anyone else who actually can in? You ever think about that? If you fancy yourself a hero. What? Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, fine. That's it. Mold. These guys smell like mold. Have you guys done laundry in the last 10 years?
I wonder if they're not alive anymore.
Yeah, are they like zombies that are under the control of something?
Who knows? Grendel says it looks like Silverstein was the pretentious Breton voice, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're right, he is from Skyrim. Yeah. Didn't he also do one of the Daedra Lords?
I have no idea.
When he was in Human Guys, where he was like, wasn't he the one that was like, "They come drink with me"? He was one of them, I think. Anyway, let's see here. Path to Castle Cornelia is locked. Track down and defeat the powerful cockatrice. Okay, cool. Let's go kill the chicken monster. That's way out there. Okay. Or is it here? Do what? Oh.
Oh, we have to look around.
I have choices. So that's a cool treasure chest. I kind of want to. Can I just do that? Apparently I can.
Cockatrice
Oh, there it is.
sighted.
Cool. Wait, what? Why can't I do the thing?
Oh, we have to. I think we have to get there somehow.
Oh, I probably have to go through here.
What's
Alright.
Dead Shade? I want to.
Yeah, let me just do that, 'cause
What's with
that's-
the weird purple?
And it's like on the coast of whatever this weird like Starfield place
the
is.
craggy
Is that like
death area.
territory that Chaos has already taken over?
Grendel says Sanguine. Let me check.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I don't know if he was the one that voiced him. I could swear his voice is the one that's attached to that face in my mind, though. Hi, guys. Man, really digging those swim shorts and combat aprons.
To be fair, we had that too for a
I
little
mean,
while.
I at least had a cool shoulder cloak thing and at least a different chest piece.
True.
I did still have the weird, goofy, spiky slipper shoes, though.
I am not sure how. I do not trust anyone in this world. I want to go home.
I'm really glad I chose to stream this, though, because I feel like if I were to just like start the game a little ways in,
We wouldn't have had as much fun with it.
no, and I couldn't even like if I decided to stream it later, I couldn't fully explain the weirdness of this intro
thing,
segment.
yeah.
So,
Did you even bring Slack?
Grendel says the combat aprons must be like brain slugs or something. This whole game is actually about an alien invasion of sentient, sexy, but parasitic, mind-controlling aprons. Calling it.
So, I'll finally lock down my hesitance to commit to a stream series of this from the start of this one. I'll probably do like some grinding off camera in the interim from one episode to another. I'll definitely stream more of this though, because I think it really lends itself to streaming pretty well. So on days where I don't feel like doing other things, this
Oh, we can go further in.
this is getting added to the list. Warning! You've now played Mobius Final Fantasy for 2 hours. We recommend you take regular breaks for a fuller, richer gaming
Well,
experience.
considering this was a mobile game,
Yeah,
if
that's-
you played a mobile game for 2 hours straight.
Yeah, you're probably just like in a vegetative state on your
glued to
couch.
your phone, like, "Ah, I have to keep going. So
Just like, hey, your phone is about to melt. Put it down.
that's probably why. It's like,
Yeah.
please don't burn your phone.
All right, let's see.
Grendel says Silverstein wasn't sanguine.
He wasn't? Okay. I could
So
swear he was
I kinda
one of the
want it.
Deidre
I kind of
Lords.
want a deep scar. Look at the chest. I want the chest.
Ooh, it is. It's one of the fancy gold ones. Let's do it. Let's go into creepy purple territory.
Woo! I'm really concerned.
Hey, Yuna.
Yuna!
Player level 53, Song of Life, restores HP. That sounds nice. Let's do that.
There's Misa 10.
Yeah, man. Because
Still, it sounds like a thing they'd say on a Nintendo console. Yep.
it really does. Because Nintendo are like the nanny company.
It's like, you've been playing a long time. Are you sure you don't want to save and stop for a bit?
And speaking of my love for 10,
Grendel
we're in
says
this
He
area.
was Nazim, though. So he's practically a
Oh, yeah, okay. He's practically a Deidre. Oh, poor Nazim.
So this is that creepy place with the weird
Yeah.
whatever that is.
The, like, crystallized area.
Those are the... Are those... What is this, anyway?
I'm not 100% sure. Sure? Sure, even. Certain and sure came out sure. God. I swear, my speech impediment's getting worse.
It's okay. We've been streaming for a while now.
Yeah. And speaking of my love for 10, I was gonna say this earlier and then I get, like, spaced out. I don't necessarily have, like... I mean, I know I said FF7 is my favorite in the entire series, and it probably is. I have favorite aspects of different games, though. I do, however, have a hard and fast, no competition favorite character from all of Final Fantasy, and it's Auron from Final Fantasy X. I am all about Auron. He is just awesome.
The Oppressed says the ocean is Chaos's realm.
Okay.
So we're going a little bit for that Lovecraftian
Apparently.
thing. Do you want to see what's in the back? Click the... Yeah.
There we go. Moderately sized fiend born out of Chaos's blight. Okay, so Lesser Wind Wave. Okay. Cool.
Bunny says, I knew you'd say Auron. It's not surprising, to be honest.
Am I that transparent?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Never mind that I main Auron on Record Keeper.
I really want to play 15.
Yeah.
And I really want Noctis and Gladiolus to be as awesome as I hope they are.
Yeah. Because she, like, accidentally now mains Gladiolus. Sure, I'll follow you, why not?
Bunny says, mine is Lulu.
Ooh, good choice. Good
Lulu's
choice.
pretty cool. I think my...
She's my favorite Black Mage in this series.
Yeah. Favorite Final Fantasy character. Just straight Final Fantasy character? Ever?
Tough choice, right?
Let's go to the foothills now.
Yeah, because apparently that path just sort of stops there. Look at some of these. Oh, there's more of that.
Yeah, we probably have to work our way that way.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the one that I woke up in.
It's the
Wow,
same sort of
so
thing.
it's all like encroaching from the edges. Okay, interesting.
So the foothills.
Yeah. What?
Oh, we ran out of stamina.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, no, that's my magicite. Where is my stamina?
I don't know.
Do I have a meter for that somewhere?
Can't click cancel.
Um.
Oh, we need to. Oh, we have to teleport back to the worm watch.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
How do I?
Or
wait,
we can just go through Deep Shade again.
I have to click the. There we go. Yeah, teleport.
So
There
I
we
think
go.
my favorite is Tifa. Just because she was the first character in anything Final Fantasy that made me interested in Final Fantasy in the first place.
And she's just awesome.
She is.
Like she's a strong character that is also emotionally deep, so she's not one-dimensional. She is instrumental in actually like fixing the main character of Seven Cloud. So mild spoilers there. He has some mental issues, and she helps him through those.
So it says, wait, is there energy in this game? I don't know. I can't tell.
I don't think
Honestly,
so.
I thought it might be the stamina thing because we couldn't do it because I forgot we had to.
Yeah, and because it's a mobile game, that's just sort of a trope common to those. I don't see anything. Wow, I just noticed there is just a straight up panty shot of her whenever she's flying and you're on the. Oh, God.
But yeah, I think Tifa's my favorite just because she's awesome, and also Mage Tifa is best Tifa.
Yeah, Blue Mage Tifa,
Blue Mage
is
Tifa is
the strongest.
I love Blue Mage Tifa.
What I mean by that is, in FF7, you can, like, abilities largely come from items called materia. They're like magic orbs that you can cast spells from. One of them is the enemy skill materia. Tifa is devilishly effective with the enemy skill materia.
Because you can learn the things from your opponents.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. So I think Tifa's my favorite overall. I like a lot of characters now.
Yeah, like Auron, Lulu.
Lulu is my favorite Black Mage, I think.
Yeah, Lulu's absolutely far and away my favorite Black Mage. That is
Whoa,
a really
click
cool
on
outfit.
Them. Click on them.
Oh.
They said that we could.
Oh well. Of course, it's tough to go wrong with Cloud, Zack, and Sephiroth. Ooh, hey, cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
Seth is and will always be my favorite villain from Final Fantasy.
I also like
Sephiroth. I mean,
like throwing it way into the halls of antiquity. Firion from FF2, I really like. He's really cool to me.
the press says you have to close the rental menu first to be able to click on the
Ah, okay. Also, Kain and Sissel from 4, I really like. Rydia is awesome. She's a summoner mage. I don't really like much of any, if I'm honest, of the cast of FF5. I just found a lot of them really flat and uninteresting. Especially the main character, because he just kind of goes along with stuff, just like, sure, whatever. I do really like Kefka as a villain in 6, because he's one of those that could have easily... Yeah, like, he's very much, like, DC Joker-esque in that he would have really made for an easy character to fumble, because he's got a lot of that, like, clown jester aesthetic to him, and he could have come across as, like, unbelievable and just insufferable. And he is insufferable for the right reasons, because he knows how much he annoys the other characters in that, and he uses that to his advantage to manipulate them. And he just has such power that no one dares criticize his eccentricities. And that just leads him to further deepen those eccentricities as things go along. So, like, Kefka's a really good character. Or at least a really well-written character. He's not a good person at all. Level Shiva. I once threw a ninja at a star. Let's see. Reload. Yeah, come on, scroll. There we go. Present. Dispels all status ailments and blocks them for 1 turn.
So I always like the Turks, especially for their theme song.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, hey, you look like me.
Yep. Actually, I think they are exactly like us, because she is...
Yeah.
They're using the same weapon, too. Yeah, that's essentially someone who's made the same choices as us.
Yep.
Marcus is hitting the bed. Night, y'all.
Alrighty, have a good one, man. Also, one of my favorite comic relief characters from Final Fantasy. He's a recurring character that shows up in multiple games. He made his debut in 5, though, which is one of the stronger aspects of 5, in my opinion. Gilgamesh. Because he's intentionally goofy. He's one of those that his comedy comes from his extreme overconfidence tempered with considerable incompetence. And he's always one of those that's like so sure of himself, and then the comedic fall, and he's just like, I meant that. That was supposed to happen. Shut up. Like, I adore those kind of characters. Oriel! Dead
We're getting
Valley.
close.
Yep. We are 1 fight away. Let's see,
Ooh, that is a pretty Shiva.
yeah, it is.
Can we
It's a
click
shame
it?
it's kind of low level.
Can we click it though? Like, can we see
Actually,
it?
wait, no, hold on. Player level 5, except the thing is level 8, though.
They must have gotten that from a draw.
Yeah.
Can we like?
Hold on. Area water attack. No, I can't, like, make the art any larger. I don't think.
Yeah.
It's a cool Yojimbo, too. That's a redraw. That's one of the summons from 10, for anyone that didn't know.
He presses. He's just like that in this game.
Oh, he's in this game? Yes! Oh, that makes me happy. Because I love Gilgamesh. She's so goofy. Because his whole shtick is that he's a legendary swordsman and collects swords. And is always trying to search for Excalibur in particular. And all of his weapons are usually like fake replicas of the iconic weapons that the main characters of other Final Fantasy games have used. So he's got, like, in 12, for instance, his incarnation has, like, a fake Buster Sword, a fake Gunblade, 2 fake versions of the strongest Greatsword in that game, and I forget the others. And it's implied that he doesn't realize they're fake.
shop, and you can buy almost any ability for your shop.
Oh, cool. That's handy.
Our rank keeps going down, but I'm not sure why.
I think it's because other people have just outpaced me for those. Magicite. Sure. I'm down for a little Knights of the Round, because that's what that was. Hey, we made it! Alright, let's do this. Cockatrice sighted, wind attacks. Okie dokie. Ooh, what are you? Death Gaze.
It's only level 1.
Whoa. Oh man, I can't use that. That's a really high level ability though.
That's good, it's dark though.
Yep. Alright, let's see. Can I scroll?
No.
I can't seem to scroll. Okay, reload. Come on, here we go. Man, it just does not want to give me new things, does it? Come on. One more time. Here we go. Okay, these are new. Ooh, hey, what are you? Faith increases magic. Ultimate charge. Okay, that's brave.
Apparently she'll fell asleep, but got an hour nap.
Naps are good. I was one of those kids that never really like needed or made use of nap time in like kindergarten. And then in high school and college, I was just like, can we have nap time like in like early school again? I could go for some first grade nap time about now.
And Press says the Eric card is the best card in the game currently.
Really?
Is that a cockatrice?
That's a little more fearsome than any other cockatrice I think I've ever seen. It's so tall, its head is off the screen.
That's
There we
kinda
go.
creepy. Oh god.
Oh, it's like a weird horn. Wait, that dragon thing I saw earlier is the cockatrice?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's horrifying.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently the Eric card is the best card in the game.
Huh. Cool.
Oh, it's running away.
Oh, I didn't kill it, I just wounded it. I made it mad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dude! The little UFO! The poo-poo! They're actually called poo-poo. Oh, wow, they have a whole deck full of poo-poo. And, like, a really creepy-looking dark Moogle. Dude. I want a dark Moogle.
I'm not surprised.
Cockatrice card! Monstrous bird corrupted by Chaos's blight. Okay. Good times. And I know I'm just kind of letting things sit as they are. As long as I can kind of make things keep happening with this loadout, I'm just going to continue to roll forward, because I'm enjoying the momentum and I'm liking where things are going, so I don't want to just slow everything down, getting lost in menus for a little while. So anyway, one more hit and I could have felt it. Where do you reckon it flew off to? It flew off to the west, so it must be nesting in the western mountains, Capol. It's probably bubbling with vengeance as it tends to its wounds.
You're creepy, Mug.
Jesus!
I'm sorry, but you're just straight up creepy.
Best go hunt it down before it comes back for us. To the west, master! To the west!
You're getting a little creepy there.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's a long way. Okay.
Great grave.
Wait.
That-
Oh.
Hero's Rest.
Which one is the way? I assume Mount is
Well, yeah,
probably...
because Hero's Rest, I think, is where we can rest and recharge. I don't think we need to.
I don't think we need to either, so... let's go. Chase down the cockatrice to kill it off for good. Can I
Grendel
scroll
says
here?
Dark Moogle. You've already got a fucking crazy Moogle. Does that count?
I just want him to look the part.
Because clearly he's,
Oh, he is insane.
Oh, yeah.
Out of his gourd. Ranger's trance.
Why did we get stuck with him? Why is he the Moogle we got stuck with? I mean, seriously now.
Oh, come on, why can't I scroll? There we go. Yeah, there's like a weird input delay on this menu in particular.
Is that a female Ifrit?
Yeah, Ifrita. Cool. Man, I wish I could,
Wow.
like, zoom in on her art. I would really like to see
I
that.
wanted to see the Shiva art. Too.
I gotta, like, search for the card art from this game after stream, because I really like these card art styles. It reminds me of, like, the Magic the Gathering style.
We have to pick someone from this.
Yeah, I guess I'll do Ultimate, because that increases my attack power, so... At least I get to look cool now, because I've got my cool Dragoon armor. The helmet of which is also reminiscent of the Dark Knight armor from Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions.
Says you can view the card art in the ability shop.
Oh, cool. Okay. Good to know. I really appreciate having someone that knows this game as well as you seem to here in the stream chat, because it's making this really helpful.
We would have no idea what to do.
Oh, no. I would have flailed around like an idiot. And I am trying to kind of watch what the auto combat is doing, so I can figure it out without the pressure of having to do it myself.
Yeah.
And I can just sort of learn through observation. Which is thankfully something that I'm generally pretty good at. Like in college, for instance, I was the guy that overheard a lot of the conversations of people's miscalculations over the weekends. And it would occur to me like, huh, that thing sucked for them. I shouldn't do what they did. Which is thankfully an ability of mine, learning from the mistakes of others that my mom was very grateful that I had. Because some people, they just gotta make their own mistakes, and that's not the wrong way, because, I mean, everybody learns different ways. It's just some are a little harder on the individual than others. Like, there's one of my step-siblings, I won't get too specific, they are completely incapable of learning from the mistakes of others. They have to make their own mistakes. No matter how obvious it is that what they're doing is a mistake, until it fails for them, they'll just never accept that there's a possibility of failure. Different strokes, different folks, man. Come on, scroll. Scroll. There we go. Yeah, we'll just go with theirs. No, they don't look okay.
Oh, look at him. He's like, he looks like he's literally about to follow.
Don't mind me. I'm good. I'm cool. Do you have any spare potions? I might die. Like, maybe it's possible. It's in the cards. Yeah, get it. Yeah, cards. Oh god, it hurts to laugh.
You know, I really wonder now about the whole saving the Moogle thing. It was like such dying.
I know. It really seems like he was faking it.
And now I'm like, was he faking it?
Such dying. Much death.
Save
Very
me.
hurt.
Save me, Kupo.
Wow, Kupo.
Epic one just says others did this and failed because they aren't me.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that thought, yeah.
Indeed. Whoa.
Please go away. Can we just stay with Garland?
Just chill with Garland, like, hey, he seems to know what he's doing.
Can we just hang out with you instead
apparently
of these people?
He managed to sever Vox's tie to his mind, and that sounds pretty good, honestly, so... Zidane?
Click in.
Hi. How's it going? That is straight up Zidane, or Zidane, as some people pronounce it. It's not how it's spelled. If it was pronounced Zidane, it would have two N's. Okay? Alright. So... Hiyukyar. Level 53. Thief of Tantalus, so yeah, that's, Whoa, hold on, I just realized. His has like a geisha dress.
He must have bought that outfit.
Yeah, I guess. Interesting. Okay. See ya! Whoa!
That must be the Moogle costume.
Okay! That
is really awkward.
God, it's all like weird and moldy. It honestly looks like the creepy mascots from Silent Hill. Oh God!
So that's the name of the outfit. The
Oh,
thief,
like
whatever was the name of that outfit.
the
This one's
fur.
Moogle suit.
It looks so greasy and smeared. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable. Oh no! Hi there, you're a normal new guy like me.
I'm really creeped out. Oh my gosh.
Let's see, echoey regen, that sounds useful. Regen's always nice, unless you're playing Record Keeper, then it's useless.
Very creeped out by that Moogle costume. They weren't kidding.
No, they really weren't.
They were not kidding. That was,
Seriously, I forget which Silent Hill game it is. The one where you're in the creepy, like, amusement park. That really looked like one of the ones from that game!
Yep. Grendel says, I'm going to have really uncomfortable dreams about that costume later.
Oh, God. 5 Nights at Moggy's. Ugh.
Are you okay?
I could just, like... I could really clearly, in my mind, imagine, like, how it would physically feel to touch the fur of that costume. I don't know why. I could just, like, sense the physical, like, the greasiness of... Ugh. Whoa, hi there, Adaman Toys. How are you?
Epic Wander says, there are special jobs that let us wear something as character outfits. There are jobs for Titus, Cloud, Squall,
Squall?
Dane, Snow, Hope, Noel, Lightning, which is who we saw.
Right.
Sephiroth, etc.
Ooh.
I would totally do Sephiroth. Can we just bring Meteor down on this whole world and just say, screw it, let's go home?
Like, I don't even care about the whole Mother reunion thing. Let's just call down Giant Space Rock. Let's just end it all.
Honestly, I feel like that wouldn't be a bad way to go.
Although that was a terrible voice for Sephiroth.
That was a terrible voice.
He's got
a very smooth voice.
Yeah, he's got the smooth, glassy, intimidating voice. It's tough to do that voice in a jokey manner, though.
No, you can't. That voice is very much non-jokey.
I mean, I guess you could kind of do, like, the insidiously creepy jokey.
Like the over-the-top, like,
yeah.
Lucy and LeChance
exactly,
sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, we'll just stick with Yaspel. It's useful.
Now that I've seen that Moogle suit, I'm
like, my fingertips feel greasy. I don't...
freaked out by it. And the fact that it had, like, little X's for eyes, like it was dead.
And it's just, like, it's thick leather strips, too, that form those X's. I love that AoE. It's so cool. Hi there.
That thing looks newish.
No, we've already fought it. I already have its card.
Oh,
That's one of the rangers for them.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it does. I like its, like, double axes. Although those downward spiky things of it look like if you were to slip, it would, like, jab your hands.
It would hurt. Epic Wonder says that Moogle costume is originally from 10 and 2.
Of course it is.
I have discovered another reason to hate that game.
Oh, man.
They have, like, shirts.
They do. Also, curiosity question. Can you guys see my mouse pointer on the screen? Because it's sort of like sitting in the middle of the screen right now, and I'm usually fairly conscious of that, because I know a lot of people find that annoying. I just don't know, because it's my normal, like, just PC mouse pointer. I don't know if it's showing up. I'll have to go through my follow list later and decide how many of these I actually want to really
Epic
follow.
Wonder says yes, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So I'll try to take it off screen whenever stuff's going on. Mythic Fantasy. Is it final? Is it?
Oh, hey, look, it was Sarah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll go with you. Spell Sword Strafe.
Really, really creeped out. I'm still not over it.
There's no one at this stretch of the road. They're just all dead.
Epic Wonder says you can go to the etc. window config and change it to a cuter icon.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I will do that here in a minute. Can I get, like, the little white glove thing, like this thing? Because that's the menu cursor in a lot of Final Fantasy games. Hi there. I like your hood. Why do you have a halo? That just occurred to me. You have a halo.
Yep. I think we might be on the wrong side.
Are the good guys just really scary looking and therefore easy to villainize?
I don't know, because Vox, who's responsible for bringing heroes to help this world, goes mind control creepiness.
It's true.
So I'm not so sure.
I mean, then again, that was always core to like the Dissidia story, is that it's not really good versus evil so much as it is just chaos versus law.
Like the most recent
Soul Calibur, yeah. Because neither chaos or law are necessarily good or evil, they're just levels of stability.
Okay, so go to etc. Once this is.
Ooh, that's a lot of go. Okie. Thulsazur Upland. Ooh,
There's a boss.
There's a boss there.
Windows config.
Windows config.
Config options?
Where do you see that?
Oh, cursor. There it is. Under display settings.
Where?
Under.
Oh. Oh, it is! It's the little white glove!
What's the
Moogle. Oh, it's the gem! I don't know which one of those I like.
Hand.
Yeah, that feels more natural. Okay, cool. Thank you. I would not have known about that. Can I just do this?
Crandall says, oh, I wish Soul Calibur had a good story. Love the franchise, but she's...
Yeah, it hasn't had a strong story since, like, Soul Calibur 3.
Dude, Wolfhead. Wolf helmet over there.
Oh. Cool. What else we got here? Can't scroll. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with the regen again. Why not? I do like that it feels like I'm making really appreciable progress.
Oh, another dude who... Where's his weapon? No, like, there's one further out who didn't have a weapon anymore, and he looked like he was gimping.
Maybe he's a monk? Or his sword got shattered. I don't know.
Crandall says the story of 5 was especially terrible.
Yeah.
Giant tortoise.
5 may as well have not even had one.
Whoa. He could literally bite our head off in one chomp.
Yeah!
Literally could bite us in half, probably.
Wait, which is the most recent Soul Calibur? Is it 4?
It's 5.
Okay, yeah. Like,
I think
5
it's
had...
5.
It at least had a story. It wasn't a very good one. 4 is the one that I'm thinking of that may as well have not even had one. It was just like, a giant tower appeared out of nowhere. Go fight some dude with a magic chair at the top of it.
I liked his magic chair, though.
I love that that was actually a move of his.
Shield says, trying to figure out how to put this part of the song lyric into my new XCOM backstory, Raymond Moxley. You can take my heart, you can take my breath, and you pry from my cold, dead chest.
Good times.
Miss Tease is back. Surprised y'all are still at it. Yeah.
I'm actually having a surprising amount of fun with this game.
Misty goes, how goes the cringy mobile port? It's not so bad, the mobile port portion.
Yeah, it's... Portion.
It's
It's-
part and portion became portion.
It's clunky. It's growing on me, though. Like, this is actually a really charming game to a degree that I did not expect. Alright, let's see here. I advise you head back the way you came, friend. The cockatrice is still on the loose. You mean the one that I already kicked the ass of once? Yeah. Good. I'm here to kill the thing. Is it near? Aye, it is. Take care. I've never seen one so rampant as this. Its magic commands the winds. Someone's gone and wounded it. I just told you that... And now it's beside itself with fury. That's nice. Well, see ya. Our combat aprons are not up to this task. I guess I'm the one to blame for the...
Yes!
I guess. I guess.
Never underestimate a wounded beast, Capal. No telling how dangerous a wounded beast could be when provoked. And that cockatrice sure hates you, Master.
Thanks for that.
You'd best prepare thoroughly before you fight it again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Misty goes, ooh, nostalgic Final Fantasy menu sounds.
Yeah, man. So Twilight Hill or Dragon's
Let's
Pass?
go Twilight Hill because that's not the way to go.
Yeah,
To get
I
to
mean,
Great Grave, but I want to...
it can only go like that way or that way, and there's only so much room. So yeah, let's finish this path off. There we go. Llama Lover.
Randall
Okay.
says, wasn't there like a 6 that was all online and shit? I
Oh,
didn't
no.
think there was a 6 cell count.
6. Oh, it's not a numbered entry in the series. There is a free-to-play, although it's terribly pay-to-win, a Soul Calibur game on, I think it's on PSN. Maybe it's also on the Xbox Marketplace. I don't consider it a real Soul Calibur game. It's a cheap cash-in spin-off.
It's also not actually numbered.
It doesn't have a number, so I forget exactly what it's called. I tried playing it for like an hour, hated it, and never touched it again. Because it is amazingly pay to win.
Crystal says, yeah, that was it. Me neither.
Yeah. Hi guys! Like my spear? I took it from a Dynasty Warriors character. Seriously, I look like I mugged Guan Yu for his spear. That a little too obscure for you guys? Probably. I don't know if we have very many Dynasty Warriors fans in the audience. Adamantoids! I've always liked them, I don't know why. I just like tortoises.
I like turtles. Yay! We slaughtered an ancient tortoise that took hundreds of years to get that size. That's a good thing, right?
And also, Soul Calibur 2 is still my favorite.
Same.
Epic Wonder says, it's Lubu!
I think
So
combat...
we're not alone. People do know what we're talking about. At least somewhat.
Hi, Lightning.
Wait, Marvolo is he who must not be named here?
Is that a thing?
Tom Marvolo Riddle?
Oh. I didn't know that it was his middle name. I didn't
How
know
do you think you got the V for Voldemort? I mean...
Because there's just a V in the middle of his name somewhere. Sure, okay. I figured he just made it up because it sounds spookity.
He did, but it's an, I forget if the word is anagram. Or whatever.
Where you
his
jumble
full
up the
name,
letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am Lord Voldemort.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Tom Rivdale.
I was gonna say something a minute ago, and then I
Okay,
completely forgot what
we
it
need
was.
to teleport
Oh,
back
it's circled around. Okay,
now we
cool.
need to teleport back to the whatever. that way.
Teleport! Now that I'm learning how to read it, I'm starting to like this UI a little more. It's just not super great at explaining itself straight away. You kind of have to learn it for yourself a little.
Water boss side.
Titan. Resistance to all elements. Restores HP and increases resistance. Yep, going with that. Thanks, Larsa. I was about to drop a spoiler. I'm not going to do that, though.
Bunny says, always loved how the games pit you against Lubu, the most OP D-bag in the game.
Yeah, I know. And, like, yeah, he had one cool story attributed to him in history, and it's super questionable, the historicity of that story. He is at least an interesting character, though.
Epic Wonder says, don't worry about the Moogle costume, because there's also a Tonberry costume.
I would actually really like that. Because Tonberry is...
How creepy it is.
Oh, yeah, it does. I have a special place in my heart for Tonberries. I wish I could reach it from here, because I actually have a little...
I have a Tonberry plushie, because I bought that. It was mine.
Okay, alright.
It was. At a store that no longer exists here.
Yeah. I've got a little collection of Final Fantasy plushies up there with her Tonberry. I've got one of the little Dark Mandragoras from FF11. And
I bought a little chocobo, like a... I forget which version
it's
is
the
it from.
Chocobo's Adventure version.
Oh, yeah. It's adorable. I named it Joy. Which was also a reference to Metal Gear Solid game. Why? Don't ask. I don't know.
So yeah, they're on the shelf across from the computer. I would show you guys, I just can't reach it from here. I've also got a little Orin figurine around my desk. I can't quite reach it from here either, though.
And I got some keychains that had some other Final Fantasy characters on them.
Yeah. I got keychains of Cloud and the Sephiroth spawn triplets from Advent Children. And they're hanging from my lampstand over that way.
Along with my platform 9 3/4 keychain. We also have a Enderman plushie along with a Creeper plushie.
And a companion cube.
And a companion cube. We're nerds, can you tell?
We know what we're about.
Yep. And you have your own custom droidica over
Yeah,
there.
that one I can actually reach. I made it! I just moved the camera, sorry. So yeah, little droidica that I made. So. And for any Dishonored fans out there, I made my own little bone charms.
We're super nerds. And unapologetic about it.
Mm-hmm. Then on the total other end of the spectrum, my favorite bottle opener is a 50 cal shell with a notch cut out of it so that I can use it to open bottles. I'm a man of eclectic tastes. Whoa. You look cool. So, rare mutated variant of a common fiend. It creates multiple types of skills to water and earth.
Randall says still nerdy, Ken.
True, yeah. I'm just
A different kind.
a gun nerd.
Gun nerd.
I'm a gearhead. Drake Grave.
It's time.
It's about to live up to its name.
Hi, Lightning.
Sup? For this one, since it's probably tough.
Miss T goes, nothing wrong with that.
I know what I'm about. Because I learned a long time ago, just own whatever you're into. It's sort of the Tyrion Game of Thrones thing. I haven't even seen that show, and yet I really like that one spiel that I've seen a lot of people quote from it. You know what you are, wear it like armor, and no one can ever use it to hurt you. Hi! Remember me? He doesn't look very wounded.
Talking about being creepy, that Lightning is quietly stalking you around.
Yeah.
Brenda says, speaking of nerdy, I've reached tier 3 at least. Now submitting fanfiction on the Nexus to image share. Please cringe internally.
Hey, some people tell some really cool stories through the image share thing. Well, that was over quickly.
Yay, is it actually down this time?
I mean, it didn't fly away, so... Cursed feather. It's a 3-star. Nice. A wing taken from a cockatrice. This material is required to augment wind cards. Has a high skill seed fusion success chance. Cool. So it's an augmentation card.
Cool.
I like that. Okay. Interessante. What's in that chest? Someone take it. Ooh, I think
Funny
that's
says
a
my
3.
cat's name is Tyrion.
Ha! Nice choice. Wow, Master. Wow! I'd have never thought you'd actually beat a cockatrice, Capo. So why did you let me go fight it, you murderous little prick?
Oh my god.
I hate you so much! And yet you made me fight it all the same. At least he's reacting pretty much the same way I am. Again, the self-awareness is what's keeping this game on the track. I knew you'd pull through. That's not what you just said! You just said, I didn't think you could do it. So no, you didn't know I'd pull through.
You're also trying to induct me into a cult.
You lying,
So stop it.
revisionist little psychopath! If anyone could make a miracle happen, it was you. Because, you know,
this was a miracle,
you're the
is what you're saying.
chosen one. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I'm totally...
You have defeated the cockatrice. You are a god among men.
Already?
Whoa! Okay.
Whoa, back up,
A
back
lot
up.
of you people are really overstating things all of a sudden, and I don't appreciate it. I like to stick to the realm of realism, so no. Will you not swear your talents to the royal guard?
The post of assistant commander stands open. Look at his eyes. He's got the crazy captive eyes. Won't you? Assistant commander. It's totally a thing. You could do that. You could, I swear. We're not a cult. You're a cult. Join us and fight for the realm, brother.
We're going into cult terminology now. We are now a brother.
One of us. The greater good. Spending your days with brothers in arms. It's fulfilling and good for the soul.
No.
We are brothers bound. Yeah, bound indeed, I'm sure. And our bond grows deeper by the day.
No.
Join us and take part in our gatherings.
I'm really creeped out
Seriously,
now.
gatherings.
I don't.
Chase not flighty dreams of becoming the warrior of light. Chase not the name of kinsman.
It's my name, though. Screw you. Your shoes are pointy. I don't like you.
The time has come to pull your head from the clouds.
I have a cooler helmet than you. Therefore, your opinion is invalid.
Plant your feet firm on the ground. Do you want creepy little weird heeled armor slippers? We can get you some. We have a stockpile. It's the only armor we have. We can also give you an apron, because we like to cook things. Live and serve with us, and together we shall safeguard what meager happiness this world knows. Or, you could go save the world so that people can have more than meager happiness, except that's hard.
I got it. Vox is totally putting them up to this, so we'll want to be Warrior of Light. Because we're being creeped out right now.
Castle Cornelia awaits you, brother. Oh wait, no, this is Mog.
Sure, food for thought. Come on now, off to the castle we go, Capo.
In other words, you don't have anything to say about that, do you?
Oh, apparently we can just warp straight there.
Okay.
Misty
goes, do not want. I feel like everybody here is in various cults.
Yeah, they're all just indoctrinated to various insidious ideologies.
Lady Nocturne says the first anniversary thing is hilarious. And Epic Wonder says the anniversary will spoil everything that happens up to chapter 3. But yes, it is hilarious.
Okay, I see.
So we need to keep going in chapter 1 and 2. And then
we gotta get to chapter 3 and then we'll do the anniversary.
Why is there a wind boss at the castle? You guys are...
Y'all are shitty guards.
This is why they wanted us.
We can't really do our jobs very well. We really just...
Please
we
help us.
We need someone who can actually do this. Attacks and restores HP. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm always a fan of a good drain attack. It's my favorite element.
Says, because Mark just going, I'm not saying anything, those people are crazy. I know, we were just like,
No sudden movements.
And it was Mog who's like, yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
Right, good food for thought, let's go! Walk faster, don't make eye contact.
And Echo's just like, not touching this one, but 10 foot tall.
Yeah, she's stayed oddly silent through a lot of these.
Honestly, I think she just likes watching violence.
Yeah. Wow, look at that thing's face.
Oh.
Yeah, stab my friends.
No.
Oh god, why?
Was it?
I love watching people massacre things that are of enormously lesser power than them.
I feel really uncomfortable with everything everybody wants us to do. Like, even the ones who want different things, I'm uncomfortable with all of it.
That chest looks fancy. Ooh, crystal. Okay. I still don't know what those are for. They seem cool though. Oops, I'm gonna take it. I have at least 3 now. Cool. The teleportation stone should be somewhere inside. Whoops!
The teleportation stone should be somewhere inside. Find it and off we go, Kubo!
Off to where?
Off to see Princess Sarah, Kubo! She's waiting in the lands beyond the teleportation stone. A little further still.
She's not in Castle Cornelia. You know, the place you said she's a princess of. Sounds like meeting this princess is a lot more of a hassle than you let on.
Well, it wouldn't be any fun if it were easy, would it?
I'm not in this for the fun, you crazed little moron!
No, it's like the prophecy says. You have to find her at the end of a long and trying journey. It's more exciting that way, don't you think?
No!
Would somebody just tell us the whole prophecy?
It really feels like they're just making it up as they go along, doesn't it?
It's like, oh, no, this is part of the prophecy too. No, I swear it is. It is, really is.
Whoa. I'm digging the soundtrack. It's cool.
Should we talk to the...
This feels really Dark Souls-y all of a sudden. Hi.
Grendel says, when your schizoid Moogle companion is afraid, be afraid.
This is Castle Cornelia. It's, well, it's a pile of rocks. It stands a mere shadow of its former glory, a pile of rocks though it is. Ruins left in the wake of Chaos's advance. Ruins, yet you guard them, and with no princess within. I love that I'm on 100% the same page as my character. What of it? We are sworn to our watch. It matters not what habitates these walls, except it does! You are fighting a war of attrition, in which manpower is critical, in which resource management and attention and time are the only assets you have. You are wasting yourselves here. There's no point to this. That's some job you got.
Let's go talk to the other one.
Hi. So I hear you're the one who calls himself Kinsmark. Got a problem with my name? That name is reserved for the prophesied savior of Palamecia. It is not a name for the weak. You want to fight me, son? Let's find out who's weak around here. If you mean to keep that name, then show your bravery. Oh, I will. Make way to the new land, the way of teleportation stone. Oh, there's a teleportation stone here. Okay. Prove your worth through felling fierce fiends of that land. Yep. Have I scared you? Then best cast aside the name of Kinsmark and stay here where it is safe. Is it safe? I had to fight things just to get in the door! Y'all are shitty guards. I love that this is outside, and yet there's a perfectly unweathered portrait just sitting on the wall.
Okay, hang on a sec. First off, Greater Summon is the chance to pull jobs. So that's the thing you use to get jobs.
Cool.
Grendel says this is going to end after the apron brain slug twist, of course, with a YouTube prankster jumping out of the bushes and saying the prophecy was all just a social experiment, bro.
Jobs are just social constructs. Kinsmark, have you decided? Will you join the Royal Guard? No, I think I'll pass. Is it because you think yourself too weak? If so, I can tell you where you might train. No, really, I'm just not interested. You should visit the Valley of Trials! It lies beyond Drakegrave. There are powerful enemies there, many and more.
Ooh.
There you may temper your strength.
Okay.
Come speak with me again when you've gained confidence, for you will wait with open arms. Valley of Trials, huh? Because it can't hurt to brush up a few skills, I mean, I guess. Sure. Can I go look at this painting?
I don't like her voice, just so
I don't either. Like, I don't think her voice fits her face. Cutscene? Okay. Has a giant crystal in the far distance there.
Wow. Princess Sarah is so beautiful.
Stop trying to fix us up with her.
That looks pretty old.
You think?
Yes.
Yes! Look at
It
it!
smells foul too.
Suspicious.
How long are we gonna stay here anyway?
Well, that's up to you, Master.
Then let's go. The longer I'm here, the more I feel like I'll rot.
What do you mean, Kupo?
Can we just go find Princess Sarah?
That's the spirit, Kupo.
So the painting smells foul and it's old. I really think that they're evil. They're totally evil.
Something ain't right here.
It's the whole evil looks like good.
Yeah. Evil that seems fair.
Let's go find the teleportation stone when you're ready, Kupo.
Moogle senses tingling! The amazing Moogle man.
Okay, do you want me to do this one?
Sure!
Google sense is tingling! There's something up these stairs, Kupo! Is there?
Alright.
The only other way to go.
What is
that
this
the
thing?
teleportation stone?
We're here. This is the teleport stone, Kupo.
It is.
Now all you have to do is touch it.
Like you
Where?
making us do things like that? I don't trust it.
To Craftworks, Kupo, where the sun shines long and bright.
Okay.
That sounds so bad.
Don't trust it.
It doesn't sound any worse than here.
Don't trust it. Grendel says names of prophecy are so odd. Like, what stops every other asshole farmer from naming their kid Kinsmark?
Yeah.
Garland. Mug. Sarah.
Yeah.
The blanks.
These are people we've met. Yes.
The more I talk to the others, the more I feel I'm being sucked in by this world.
I can relate to that.
That I'm becoming a part of it.
When we don't want to. It's creepy.
Or worse.
Worse.
So
I
wait.
wonder how long it's been since I came here. Since I've been in Palamecia.
Exclamation point. Uptime, about 3 hours.
I don't know anything anymore.
I don't like it here. Can we go home now?
So interesting thing to note there. That aether that he was drifting through, I guess mid-teleport, is identical to the one that it looked like he was drifting through on his way to this world. So that implies that he was teleported from somewhere else to here in the first place. I think that's something worth noting. Alright, chapter complete. So, card augment unlocked.
It is 10:30, by the way.
I think this is a good time to call it, although I do want to do that one last pull. Level cap raised. I'm kind of digging this jaunty little tune here. Tips, card augment. You are now able to augment cards you own and raise their rarity. Okay, so I can put those materials to use now. Indicated with the number of stars on the card, allowing them to gain even more power! There are several requirements the cards need to meet before they're eligible for augmentation, and you must possess the necessary rare materials in order to perform a card augment. Alright. Valley of Trials. Alright.
Epic Wonder says now you can keep on this map and finish all nodes for more reward to go straight to chapter 2. It's up to you.
Okay. I'm gonna do a pull, because I'm pretty sure I've got enough tickets for it right now.
Hard mode for Blank Slate.
Okay. I've done it on hard mode, so.
No, I know, but you can redo. Like, it now changed.
Oh.
It changed.
Okay.
If you go back to it, it has hard mode in parentheses now.
I see. Pardon me.
Summon cards. We have 6 summon tickets.
And then after I do this, I'm probably going to call it a stream.
Alright, do you want to do the final starter pack?
I don't know. Because I'm not super interested in Scholar.
6, so we only have 6, and we can... You wanted the greater summon. That's how you get other jobs.
Yeah.
We'll have to use a lot of our Magicite too, though.
That's okay.
Alright, do you want to go ahead and do it?
Yeah, let's see.
Epic wants to skip hard mode. It's basically the same cutscenes, but with harder fights.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, we'll do that. Summon tickets. Yeah. Because I'm just not really all that interested in the Scholar job, so.
Epic one just says pull the last starter pack, then you just do the baby summon from now on forward.
Okay.
So they want us to. Probably because we get different cards for it.
I'll see if I've got enough left over to do it then. Alright, what we got? The Bismarck. Okay. Card augment. Cool. So you...
Wanda says, or you could pull from the greater now too. It works.
Okay. Cool. Okie dokie. Pandemonium. What do you do? You are a ranger card. Okay. So interesting, I'm getting a mix here. Lamorak, whoa, you look cool.
That's because this one isn't meant to give you sets.
Right.
This is random draws.
Okay.
The starters are all sets, so the next one we'll get will give us Scholar and stuff for the Scholar.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Yeah. I like her, like, one-eyed helmet thing. That's interesting. What do you do? You're a warrior. Spear forged from the branch of the world tree and servant of a great god. Okay, cool. Good times. Jotun! Yay, ice giants! Okay, and blizzard. That's one, okie dokie. Legendary tree face.
Well, that's
okay.
That's got a tree with a face.
So it is. So, monster from another world, another legend. We can get... Okay, I mean, it definitely does look like it's from another setting. Zas! Okay, Zas, what are you for? You're an augment, I think. Or are you? hero, born in cocoon, right. Okay. So, no, he's a ranger ability.
Epic One says it's because you have a chance to pull a job from every greater summon you do, and if you pull the scholar from starter pack, you're removing that job from being summoned from the greater summon banner.
Oh, so you have greater chances to get other things. Okay, I
So we
see.
should
So it
probably
is a smart idea. Okay. I've won an extra reward. A stamp. Okay, cool. Can I get this one?
We have to use our Magicite, but
Oh, I don't have enough Magicite right now. Okay, well, I'll do that next time. So, okie dokie then. Can I collect my Magicite right now? No, I don't think so. Can I only collect that when it fills up?
yes, it's only when it's full.
Okay. Let's. Yeah, I'll mess around with some of this other stuff off camera. Some of the more dry, less interesting to look at stuff. And then, yeah, I can't promise exactly when. Probably sometime in the next few days. I'll definitely stream this again because I think it's well served through streaming.
Yeah.
Because I could also see it getting a little dull, just sort of playing on my own. I think it actually, like, for me as the one playing it, it gives it a little more life to have, like, an audience to kind of, like, you know, touch base with and get reactions from.
To share.
Yeah, to share it with
Yeah.
and to also get advice from the people who've played more of this than I have, since this does seem to have a pretty steep initial learning curve. So having the advice from people that have played a lot more of it, obviously, than I have, is coming in very handy and is helping me to continue to make significant progress for this early stage. So, again, I very much appreciate all the input from the folks that actually know this game. So anyway, we're going to call it a night here.
Ghost says, hey, I finally made it to stream.
Just in time for us to wrap.
Working live
Sorry, man.
Stream don't work.
Yeah, we are.
Sorry.
We are like 1 minute from close. So let's see, close application. There we go. Okay, cool.
We're sorry, Ghost. We love you, Ghost.
We'll get time to chill once you're down here in a few weeks. So anyway, I very much enjoyed that. I wasn't entirely sure how I'd feel about it, and that weirdly clunky download to start intro segment had me feeling kind of cautious about it.
Yeah.
It managed to warm me up to it. I am glad though that I'm playing it on PC, even though it does have some
Mobilitis.
Yeah, it has some symptoms of mobilitis. I would probably have found it really annoying to play on mobile, just because a lot of its UI is really like
giant fingers.
Yeah.
Ghost says, crap. Oh, my life in a nutshell recently. Grendel says, Christ, Ghost, is this like an ongoing joke, or do you just have perfect timing?
This happened like 3 times.
True dad, can't wait. I really need a vacation soon.
You are welcome here anytime, my man. So anyway, yeah, look forward to the next time we stream this. Since the turn of mid-month is about to happen, then hopefully I can very soon pick up War of the Chosen and we'll start that. And then around that same time, we'll also start up Shadowrun so that we can finally settle into the intended stream schedule each week. So probably this will enter into the rotation for the wildcard streams whenever she isn't feeling up for doing the Morrowind series. So I like that we've now got a nice little menu to pick from for different streams. So I don't know how long I'll do this one, because it's definitely, it seems like one of those that you could just play indefinitely. So I'll probably just do it until I feel like I've really tapped out its potential as an entertaining stream to watch. And we'll just take it from there. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Cheers to everybody that has stuck around. And I, again, really do appreciate all of the input and advice, because it seriously helped.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Lady Nocturne says, you can play as Sephiroth in this. It's the ultimate job, apparently.
Oh.
And Epic Wonder says, and Sephiroth is too cool to get down to open chest, so he just kicks it open.
Nice. I like that.
That's awesome.
Alright, so much appreciated, you guys. Thanks for everybody sticking around. I'm Kidsburger, that's for us.
I'm Violeta.
And as always, wish you all good gaming and Godspeed.
Bye!
That was a good time.
You...
I enjoyed that.
Wow. Though. Wow.
I can't get the image of the Mog suit out of my head!
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Just stay calm. It's fine.
Every moment of quiet, I can just feel its greasy fur on my fingertips.
It's okay. It's okay.